All right, so what's up? First of all, shout out to the intro. You know what I mean? Shout out to the producer Vince over here on that intro. That I wasn't sure if people could hear me, but I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to mess with the audio. But I appreciate everyone tuning in live. It's Monday Night Football, baby. We have the Chiefs, we have the Jaguars, and we are gonna have a good time. You know, watch some Monday Night Football, and we will have Brewers updates as well when the Brewers game starts. So stay tuned for that. We got that. We got you taken care of. You know what I mean? And Karen, the first one in the chat once again. Karen says, "Hi Matt, what's up, producer Vince? Go Pat, go. Got to cook dinner. Be back later. We will be right here." For a few hours now. You know what I mean? We are locked in over here. But appreciate you chiming in over here, Karen. And Rocco, easy dub for the Chiefs. Yeah, I think so. Here's my situation. Um, I in fantasy football, which I know no one cares about, but I'm up by like 4 or 5 points, whatever it is, and they have Patrick Mahomes, and I have Patrick Mahomes wide receiver. So if he only throws touchdowns to that wide receiver, maybe I have a chance, but I still think it's not looking good for me. You know what I mean? I have like a 33% chance of winning. Um, it is not looking good. You know what I mean? But let me know, Ham, in the chat what you want to talk about, and also just so you know, anyone who's tuning in live right now, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll be live. Kind of talking about the Packers and we talking about Christian Watson coming back to practice and whatnot. And I got some stuff coming up over here this week, coming off the bye. Lots to talk about. You know what I mean? What's up, Fred? He says, "Dang, I am second. Let's go, Fred G in the house, baby." You know what I mean? Shout out to Fred G over here in the comments. But we have the national anthem going. I always feel weird talking over the national anthem, even though you're not there. You know what I mean? It just feels like, you know, I don't know the protocol. You know what I mean? I don't know the protocol, Vince.
I guess just go with your gut feeling. I guess
They got some.
you're supposed to remove your hat too. By the way,
I know, but I don't think you have to if you're not there.
Well, I don't know. This is twice.
This is
now
actually pretty legit, though. The
Yeah,
national anthem. They got two flags out here. They got some good
but
singers.
this is two streams in a row that something's happened that's never happened before. I mean, we
Yeah.
got
Usually
the
I don't
game
start to
switched
laugh
on
at
us,
national
and
anthem for this
yeah,
reason because I feel weird. All
yeah.
respect, you know. But yeah, there's some good singers right here, though. I'm not sure you have to take your head off if you're on stream. But yeah, we're gonna have brewer updates as well, Jen, throughout this thing. You know what I mean? They got that flag rolling right here. This is a good national anthem. Getting after it, dude, right here. All right, we can commence. You know what I mean? Is that
Play
the
ball.
play ball? You know what I mean? Rooting for the demise of the Chiefs. I don't think it's gonna happen for you in this game. You know what I mean? Jaguars. I think that they had like a little decent start. I'm not sure what their record is actually. I think I watched one of their games though. I'm not really sure, but I expect the Chiefs to pound the crap out of them. You know what I mean? I took a nap for this just so I could enjoy it. But dude, like I say, I need Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna kill me in fantasy football. I'm up like 4 points right now. They got Mahomes. I got his wide receiver, Worthy. So if he only throws touchdowns to him, maybe I'm in an okay spot. But I'm still thinking Patrick Mahomes is gonna get more points. It's not looking good for me. You know what I mean? But and that's my fault. Made mistakes. Didn't I played a guy who didn't play? Wasn't focused. Wasn't locked in. You know what I mean? So that's on me. But here we go. We have Monday Night Football, Chiefs, Jaguars. It's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun game. So come hang out with me. You know what I mean. And also, we are going to have Brewers updates when the Brewers game starts. The Brewers game starts in about an hour or so, a little bit less than an hour. We will have Brewers updates as well as stuff happens. And if you're watching the stream and you see the Brewer updates, let me know because I ain't watching. I'm watching Monday Night Football. I was gonna have it on a side TV, but you know what I mean? Even with the split vision, I think it would have been a problem. We went and saw Adam Sandler last night. He often does a tribute to Chris Farley, and last night was exceptional. Dude, that would be awesome to go see Sandler. Sandler's the GOAT, Sandler's one of the greats. Yeah, Chris Farley, absolutely, obviously. My thoughts on Chris Farley. But yeah, Sandler, that whole group. But Yeah, he's a legend. He keeps Chris Farley's memory alive, and I like that. All those guys do. So shout out. What's that? Happy Gilmore, their old company over there. Yeah, he puts all his friends on, even if they're not even good. He's like, I'll give you one scene. I'll give you one scene. That's it.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
That's what we need. Every time we drink, we need like a new sound. You know what I mean? We need to keep this producer working today, baby. But who do we think's gonna win? I mean, that's kind of a dumb question. Chiefs, Jags. I think most people think the Chiefs. Who do you think's gonna win? Not who do you want to win. Who do you think's gonna win? Let me know. We have 117 folks watching live. The game didn't start yet, but I appreciate you tuning in, rocking with me. We got that Twitch, dude. How does like on Twitch? There's one person that watches on Twitch, and they're just Johnny on the spot. Boom. I start. Boom. They there. Is that like notifications? I don't know what's going on over there, but I appreciate it. It's gonna be a fun stream though. We're gonna see if the Chiefs can kind of bounce back. They kind of had a slow start, so we need. We don't say we need, but they need to bounce back. I would never bet against the Chiefs. The Chiefs, kind of like the Patriots back in the day when they were kind of doing their thing. Like whenever you think like they're down and out, whatever, like they find a way. You know what I mean? And now right there tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. The Matt Ramage Show. We're going to be talking Green Bay Packers football. We're talking about Christian Watson coming back. He's in practicing and whatnot. There's coming off that bye. Let's see who's healthy and whatnot. I'll check the injury reports and see what we can tell. I don't think we're going to tell too much this early in the week. But we're gonna find out some stuff. Eventually, we'll see who's practicing and whatnot. But the people who are still hurt, I don't think we're gonna find too much about. But here we go. First season as a Jacksonville head coach, Liam Cohen. Then we got the bad man, Andy Reid. Look at 13th season as the Kansas City Chiefs head coach. I love me some Andy Reid. I do like Andy Reid. I like no matter what's going on, you're like, yeah, you just won the game. You won the Super Bowl. What do you want to do? He's like, I'm gonna get me a cheeseburger. Here comes the kickoff, and it's going to be at the 8-yard line. He's going to return this thing. The Jaguars are starting off. Should have mentioned that. And down to about the 31-yard line. I didn't even think that they were starting. Like I thought they were still like screwing around. But here we go. We got Trevor Lawrence here, 5 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 211 yards a game, 58% completion percentage. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get to the chat over here. What we got here? What is up, buddy? How you doing? Jaguars are starting this thing off. Let's see what they got. I'll get to your comment, Deb. That's a long one, you know what I mean? You were getting after it. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence going to be under center from the 30-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to try to run this thing up the middle, and he's still moving. The pile is moving about 7 yards on that, it looks like. You know what I mean? Deb says, yo, Matt, the game last night was cray. I was going to watch a movie, figured it would be Bills blowout. Glad I didn't talk about a penalty-ridden game. Made me feel better about our Packers. Who would have thought the Patriots would pull that off? Just goes to show you anything can happen, dude. That's what it is. Any given Sunday. That's kind of how the Packers lost to the Browns. Like, dude, any week some team could show up. Here we go. They're gonna hand this thing off, run up the middle, no first down. It's gonna be 3rd down and short, but that's what it is in the NFL, dude. Like, it doesn't matter like your record, whatever. Team shows up, team has an off game, like it could get nasty work, especially if it's just like a position thing. Like with the Packers and the Browns defensive line was just ferocious, and the Packers offensive line was just they played horribly. They were beat up, and that didn't work out, and that they just punished them. I hate talking about that game. That game annoys me. But here we go. We're gonna have 3rd down and 2 for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence in shaking. He's in an empty backfield. Ball to 40-yard line. What do they got? What do the Jaguars got in the tank? He's back to throw. He's looking. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Short pass left side. Just past the first down marker. Wasn't meant to be. Trevor Lawrence walks off the field. A little bit sad, you know what I mean? Pack will bounce back is absolutely right. And here is our lone Twitch watcher. You know what I mean? The lone Twitch watcher. I appreciate, you know what I mean? We're going to give a round of applause. You know what I mean? I don't want to put all attention on you. I don't know if you're shy, you know what I mean? But here we go. 4th down and 2, and the punt team is out here. And right out the gate, dude, that ain't good when you're playing the Chiefs. Here we go, and we're going to have ourselves a return from about the 8-yard line. He gets taken down immediately. Should have fair caught that. They're all feeling good about themselves over here, dancing around and whatnot. This absolutely should be a good game. What is up, Stacy? How you doing today? But this absolutely should be a good game. I mean, I don't know. From right now, it looks like the Chiefs might just pound the crap out of them. Jaguars are 3-1. Chiefs are 2-2. But that first drive, dude, like when you're playing a team like the Chiefs, I mean, I get like this season they might not be on point. I don't know exactly all their stats. It kind of just showed a little bit on TV. I missed it, but you can't even go off that. Like the Chiefs could pop. You know what the Chiefs are capable of doing. We're gonna see the Jaguars can stop that from happening. But here we go, first down and 10. Patrick Mahomes. I think he's gonna be a little pistol action over here. Oh, little shotgun. I don't even know what you call this thing, but here we go. He's back to throw play action, gets rid of it, gets it to Kelsey, and Kelsey's going to stampede down close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be short of it. There we go. We got ourselves. What is, I didn't even know the comment was still there. Yes, perfect example was the Eagles getting beat, which was fun to see. Go Pack, go. And hi, Matt. What is up, Mitch? Yeah, absolutely, dude. Any given Sunday, especially this season, it seems like. We're going to see it here today. I think the Chiefs are going to fire it up here today. Second down and 1. Patrick Mahomes, he's back to throw out a shot. He's got pressure, tosses it. Left side. Is that Worthy? What? I'm not sure who that is. What number is Worthy? I think no, that's not Worthy. 10 is all right, now we know. I don't know all the players' names. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to fake the funk, you know what I mean? But we need Worthy, all right? The Chiefs wide receiver. We need him to catch a lot of passes. Otherwise, my fantasy football situation is not looking good. They got Patrick Mahomes, but I got Worthy, and I'm up like 4 points. But I have a feeling Patrick Mahomes is going to get more points than Worthy's going to get. You know what I mean? Unless he only throws to him. But here we go. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center play action, looking to throw. He's looking left. Now he might scramble. Tosses it right side. That's a nice little throw. And that was like a jump throw, and that's going to be close to the 50-yard line. Dude, that was like one of those plays that people always talk about Patrick Mahomes. He kind of like jumped as he threw it. I'm not sure that was exactly necessary. Maybe he wanted to see a little bit better. But that was a good play right there. Yeah, he just tossed that thing right side. He was wide open. We have a Chiefs helmet rolling around on the ground. That might have been a ballot. That might have been Taylor Swift. I don't know. The producer does his own thing. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw this thing quick left side to Travis Kelsey. He's going to be inside the 50-yard line, and that's going to be, I would say, about 6 yards. Look like. Most honest guy in the game. All right, we got what we got here. The refs are holding it up here. All right, here we go. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shit. Yeah, he's going to be to his left. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to run it up the middle. That's going to be a penalty on that. Let's see what they got. I mean, I don't know. That flag was thrown pretty quick after the snap. Illegal formation. Yeah, that'll do it, dude. As soon as that ball is saying. Packers might be going against former Packers quarterback Clifford this Sunday. It will be pretty crazy if that happened. That would be fantastic. I would love that. I'd be all for that. I'm not trying. I'm just saying that. I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And I think the Packers would win very big. I mean, I think it doesn't matter. I think the Packers are going to win big. And I know people don't like when I say that, but that's what I think. And I mean, should I lie to you? Here we go. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Back to throw. He's got time. Too much. You can't give him that much time. That's going to be completion. Just short of the first down. That's Tip Brown. You know what I mean? They want to go to Worthy. That's the whole thing. I don't even think he's in the game. I'm not sure he's playing. Oh, my goodness. I think I might lose fantasy football. Andy Reid is letting me down. You know what I mean? Third down and 3 here. All righty, Patty Mahomes is back here in shotgun. No, now he's going to move up, switching some stuff up. Now he's going to be back in shotgun. All right, I wasn't sure. He's going to switch it up. 9:47 to go in the first quarter. He's back that throw, looking right, quick pass, incomplete. Off the fingertips of Kelsey there. Not often that is missed in that situation. Mahomes to Kelsey on a little quick slant. Let's see this replay here. No, I don't know. He was kind of turned a little bit, but yeah, he wasn't really in position to catch that. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was. He wants a penalty. Shocker. Color me surprised. I don't blame the players for like begging for penalties because they get them. Here comes a punt. Low snap. It's gonna be up. We're gonna have a no fair catch about the 14-yard line. Got Kelsey in the mouth. What? Oh, here we go. All right, they're going to commercial over here. I think we're going to be all right. Actually, I'm going to go to commercial. I'm going to grab me a new brew. And let's just get the party started right here. First quarter, Chiefs. You know what I mean? Let's go.
This one, Grandpa.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Hello. We are back. You know, that was like the fade to black, like on The Sopranos ended. You know what I mean? We're all right, though, here. You know what I mean? Alex, he's in here. He says, choke, pack, choke. So dramatic, Alex. Take it easy, bro. Appreciate you tuning in over here, you know. We're at Monday Night Football, you know what I mean? We're about to, you know, the Brewers are going to start here in about a half hour, a little over half hour or two. And we're not going to watch it, but we're going to have some updates for Brewers fans who are hanging out with us. So if you see the Brewers, big plays happen, hammer the chat, let us know. But we're going to have a little graphic up there giving the score so you don't miss any action, you know what I mean? Kwik Trip coffee is hot. You know what I mean? Kwik Trip, dude, you know what I like? I don't drink the coffee. I drink the cappuccino, the French vanilla cappuccino. Very fancy, you know what I mean? It's very good. Pinky up, you know what I mean? It's first down and 10. They're back from commercial. 9:31 to go in the first quarter. The Jaguars, all right? They're going to be in a little pesto. Trevor Lawrence. They're going to start this from the 14-yard line. He's going to play action. He's trying to roll right. Can he run? I didn't think he could. He throws at the last second, and that's not going to work. His dude got blasted out of bounds, but there is a flag. Did he pass line of scrimmage? He was close. I don't know what this penalty is. He might have been past the line of scrimmage. Let's check this replay here. Because I thought he was going to be doing a little scrambling, dambling, you know what I mean? But I thought his whole body has to be. Yeah, he was way past the line of scrimmage, dude. What's going on, dude? Starting a baseball game at 8 p.m. on a Monday should be illegal. Like, for real. That's crazy talk. Illegal forward pass over here. Dude, that game could be going on until 2 in the morning. Who knows? Here we go. Can the Jaguars get something going right here? Second down and 14. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's got time. He throws middle of the field. Ball is tipped and falls to the ground, you know, to no one. Third down and 14 now. Thought they had something going there. You know, it looked good until that whole tipped, you know, in the air thing and no one catching it. But you know what I mean? Other than that, it's pretty sweet. All right, I forgot what I was looking at. Oh, yeah, I was trying to check my my old fantasy over here. All right, so we're going to have Trevor Lawrence over here. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left, third down and 14. What do they got in third and 14? He's going to throw it short, middle of the field, and he's going to try to get the rest of the way. He gets close, dude. About 2 yards shy. I'm still winning, dude. I'm still winning. Worthy has nothing, though. You know what I mean? All right, so that's 4th and 2. Yeah, and they're gonna punt this thing. They're not really in a good spot where they could go for it either. Speaking of Sopranos, are you going to go to any speakeasy bars on your trip? We were talking about that, like checking out some Soprano sites or whatever. We're gonna see. Here comes the punt. And I think, I don't know if he fair caught or not. He did not. He's going to try to return this thing. Like, dude, that was dangerous. You got to fair catch the thing. He was tackled immediately. Bengals O-line didn't look the greatest last week. Defense should take care of business. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Bengals, I don't think, really scare anyone. They're, and losing Burrow, they're just, on offense, they're just not going to be good. But they weren't protecting really good. I don't think the Bengals are a team that should scare anyone. But I get people are all worked up about the Packers. They lost to the Browns. You can lose any week. Yeah, they can. But, they're not going to. All right? They're coming out of the bye. They know what it is. And people keep saying, whenever I talk about it, I made a post today about, posted, the next 4 games for the Packers, and they're all winnable games. People were like, oh, you got to take one game at a time. No, I don't, dude. I don't play the game. I don't have to take one game at a time. I'm not on the team. You know what I mean? We can talk about stuff. It'll be all right. You know what I mean? Nothing I say is going to make the Packers win or lose. You know what I mean? What is up, Aaron? Go, Pack, go. And Wendy in the building. Hi, everyone. Never seen one of your lives before. You know what I mean? Welcome. Welcome, Wendy. Thanks for dropping in. We have a good time. You know what I mean? We try. Here we go. Your kid just said if he gets last place in his fantasy, he has to do a stand-up comedy act at a club. So we're all rooting for him to lose. No, I don't think that's a true thing. I don't know what's going on there. What is up, Tiffany? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in over here. Monday Night Football. And Aaron, not too much. How about you? Not much. Just watching some football. Having a good time. We're over here at commercial over here, so we're not missing anything. But, the Brewer game's going to start here in about a half hour, whatever it is. And like I say, if you're watching this, we'll give updates what's going on with the Brewer game as stuff pops off. But, yeah. But I'm not. All right, here we go. Check out the podcast, all right? Because I don't want to talk about that no more. The Matt Ramage Show, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, all the places, the Google machine over there, they have a podcast place. Everywhere that you might think, hey, I can listen to podcasts there. That's where my podcast is. So go listen to it over there. You know what I mean? We are coming back from commercial over here. 0-0, 8:29 to go in the first quarter. Gregory says would rather listen to Ramage than Buck and Aikman any day. You know what I mean? And I'm here for it. I expect the Chiefs offense to get some stuff going over here. You know what I mean? I think right here probably. Patrick Mahomes tonight, 5 or 6, 50 yards. Patty Mahomes, about to brutalize me in fantasy football. But here he goes. He's in shotgun. He's got a man in motion. Now he's in a hand. Oh, dude, this is a trickeration. They're running the right side, and he's going to be past the 35, close to the 40, close to the first down marker. That was, is that Worthy? Is Worthy number 1? I don't even know. I don't remember the Chiefs players' numbers. Dude, they had a trickeration, fake hand off to the right, fake hand off to the left, and then run it to the right. That is Worthy over there. Let him get it. Let's eat, Worthy. Points without Patrick Mahomes get any is very good, too. You know what I mean? So rushing for Worthy, I like it. Let's do more of that, Mr. Andy Reid. Here we go. 2nd down and 1. 8:07 to go in the first quarter. Andy Reid's dialed in, dude. That old mustache looks like he's about to enter a duel. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Now he's going to play action. Tosses it right side. That's going to be a first down. And he's going to run out of bounds. He's going to hit late. If you'd have fell, I bet he'd have drew a flag. But, that was a gain of 8 right there, you know what I mean? Gain of 8 over here. Yeah, we need to get that number 1 back on the field. We're all rooting for Worthy to get some points right here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He got a man to his left. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be, he's got a little room. He's got the first down. He's still moving, and that's a big gain right there. Oh, my goodness. That was a big-time play right there, dude. I'm telling you, dude. These Chiefs are coming. I mean, it's a Jaguars. I mean, the Jaguars are 3-1 though, so I don't really know. I haven't watched other games and who they played and whatnot. But that was a nice run, dude, right up the middle. He just gutted that defense. Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know. I always struggle saying his name, so I don't even try to say it. If I'm not good at saying someone's name, I'll just avoid it. But here we go. We're gonna be in shotgun over here. He's got a man to his left, and that's who it is right here. He's gonna hand this thing off to him, and that's gonna be a short gain. About 1 yard. Flags are flying everywhere. I have my own flag over here somewhere. Got a cheese head. Got a. I don't know. I got it somewhere though. Let's see what this flag is though. Personal foul. Number 5. Yeah, they were kind of scrapping with each other a little bit. Ooh, then they headbutted and you gave him a little slappy slap. Patrick Mahomes like, chill out, baby. Take it easy. That's exactly what he did too. He's just like, chill out, dude. Calm down. You'll be all right. So 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Second down and 24 now. That's not what you want. Do they? And they do have a second down and 24 play. I guarantee you this Chiefs team does. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's switching some stuff up. He's got a man to his right. 3 wide receivers on the top of your screen. He's back to throw. Tosses it right side. Kind of got a screen going over here up the middle. And that's a good second and 24 play. Not going to get the whole thing, but you're going to be third and manageable here. That was a good play right there, dude. What's up, Frosty the Snowman? What's up, Maddie? Let's go, Brewers. If they make the series, you got to live stream a game. Maybe we'll do that. We are going to have updates on the Brewers game when they get that thing started. So we'll keep everyone up to date on what's going on over there, you know what I mean? Nice homer hat. I got one, you know what I mean? It's a good hat right here. 3rd down and 9. Here we go. And they were at 2nd and 20 whatever, and now they got 3rd and 9. Patrick Mahomes is going to be, they're going to call a timeout here. Play clock was running down. He was trying to change some stuff up, had to call a timeout. Go Brewers, you know what I mean? They start over here in a little bit. Like I say, we're going to be keeping you updated on that for people who want to know. Got the old reload road over here, you know what I mean? 3rd down and 9. See what they got coming out of this timeout. Kevin said, boy, he got cold all of a sudden. Mid-50s, time to get used to it. Dude, I like that, dude. It's hoodie weather, baby. It's hoodie weather. Let's get this ball to Worthy right here. 3rd down and 9. Let's get this ball to Worthy right here. 5:26 to go in the first quarter. Patty Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. Now he's at the line switching some stuff up. He's back to throw. He's got pressure immediately. Throws it up. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to be completed to about the 7-yard line. Big time play. And the Chiefs, who had it on 2nd and insanely long, get the first down on the 3rd down play. Look at that low snap, too. Pressure right in his face. Just gets rid of it. That was beautifully done right there. I mean, the only problem with that play is he should have thrown it to Worthy. I mean, he wasn't open or nothing, but he's on my fantasy team, so they could have switched spots. That'd have been all right. Hoodie people unite is correct. Ready for the cold 80s in October should also be illegal. You know what I mean? My wife's passing lots of laws tonight. You know what I mean? That's what she does. First down and goal. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. What's going on here? Oh, they're challenging this thing. You heard it here first from the producer, because I didn't know. It was funny because as that on my TV, that graphic popped up at the same exact time the challenge thing on the TV popped up. It was like simultaneously. What's that word? I don't even know how to say that word. At the same time. But here we go. They're going to commercial. We're going to hang out right here. What do you think? What have we seen? Is this who's going to win this challenge? Who's going to win the challenge? I didn't see anything. I didn't really think that it was in question, but
It did look kind of close. It kind of looked like the ball did hit the ground a little bit.
Maybe I wasn't paying that close attention to the replay over there. But yeah, that that was insane. It was. What's up, Kevin? As long as it isn't a dumpster fire. What, this game? What are we talking about? I forget. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Avatar's such a weird show, dude. What is up, Vince? You know, show some love to the Mr. Producer, man, you know. Scoreboard keeper. You know what we're missing tonight, though? We're missing Philly Boy. What's Phil doing? Out there living his life, not watching Monday Night Football with us? What's going on with that? Anyone know Phil, tell him we're talking about him. Talking about not being here.
His ears are ringing somewhere.
You know what I mean? All right, so shout out to everyone watching live right here. You know, we got 204 folks watching. Let's see if we can pump those numbers up. Be sure to tap that like button, no matter where you're watching, YouTube, Facebook, or wherever. The tweeter machine, you know what I mean? Tap that like button if you want to share it. You know, I'd be all right with that. You know what I mean? I'd appreciate it. Not needed, but I'd appreciate it. But let's see what some people are talking about. Oh, I just missed a whole bunch of comments. Here we go. Let's carry it moving right here. I'm not watching the game. I'm listening to you and washing dishes. There you go, dude. Hey, I got you. I will be here to make sure that you know what's going on in the game. All right, so they're looking at this replay right here. That ball did touch the ground, but they gave it to him, though. It's first down and goal right here, Wendy. You know what I mean? And it's going to be Patrick Mahomes going to pitch this thing left side. He's going for the end zone. He's going to get clamped up, though. Not getting in there. About 3 yards short. It's kind of like those radio guys make it sound all exciting, and it's like nothing. But that was a good play right there. I like it. I dig it. You know what I mean? I dig the green and gold vibes hoodie. You know what I mean? This is a good hoodie right here. You can get this hoodie, you know, at thematramage.com. We got all types of good stuff over there. Can we call him Vinny? You can definitely call him Vinny. You know, we're calling him, you know, that's why I don't like the name Vince as much as Vinny. I have a friend named Vinny too, another, you know, his real name is Vinny, but Mr. Producer Vinny in the building. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes' shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's going to hand it off. No, he's play action. He keeps his roll left, tossing it back in the end zone. That was too worthy. Oh my gosh, I wish that was in. Oh. I mean, he's going to throw a touchdown probably. He might as well be the worthy. Let's check this replay, dude. What if they got it wrong? Oh, his left foot was way hung up. Nope. Oh, brutal, bro. My fantasy team's struggling. Pigeon was trying to climb up the chimney today. You know, dude, we got pigeon situation, dude. Some people got roaches. We got pigeons, but they're outside, so it's all right. But they attack us. But here you go, Patrick Mahomes. He's back to throw. He's rolling right, tosses it to the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. Travis Kelce, touchdown. And there's a flag. So. What happened there? There's a flag, so I'm not sure this counted. No one seems to be celebrating. Yeah, it's a touchdown, dude. I think they're trying to call it a pick, but that's a touchdown. Travis Kelce, it counts. Dude, pigeons do not migrate for winter, dude. Unless you think migrating is in my yard. You know what I mean? So he wanted pass interference to stay with it, but yeah, they all do. They're like, they attack you. They sense fear, dude. They come, they dive at you. Here comes the extra point. It's good. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do. They come at you like World War II fighter jets. These pigeons. You know what I mean? They're not here for games. You know what I mean? They've been preparing this attack for many months. I'm listening to you, man, and watching the Phillies getting beat. So much fun. There, I appreciate you, Mitch. You know what I mean? What's the score over there? Deb says, scoreboard, I'll be Phil tonight. You know what I mean? Someone's got to be Phil, Deb. Hopefully Phil's all right. I'm not sure he misses too many streams, but obviously people can't see every single one. I'm sure everything is just quite fine. Vincent Van Gogh. There we go.
That's actually a compliment. I'll take that.
There you go, Vince. I call him, Vinny. It's got to be like Vinny the something, like Vinny the squirrel, Vinny the turtle. You know what I mean? Something like that. You got to have makes it seem like you're linked up. You're all mobbed up. You know what I mean?
Vinny the squinny. I don't know.
Oh, I spilled.
You have a drinking problem.
All right, yeah, I keep spilling. Yeah. Christy in the building. I'm not even watching football. Just popped in to holla at my buddy. What is up, Christy? Shout out. Thanks for popping in. You know what I mean? Pigeon Vinny says. Vinny the pigeon. You know what I mean? That way we Vinny, Billy, Frosty. Maddie, what's up, Frosty? All right, so 4-1 Dodgers threatening again, top of the ninth. All right, so now we have the update on the Dodgers game over there. Plus, you split on yourself, so it makes it worth it. Bonus. Oh, you spilt on yourself. Yeah, I did, and maybe it's your fault. I have no idea. Maybe it is. I'm blaming you. But here we go, Monday Night Football, people. Oh, we're getting all sidetracked, you know what I mean? That's all right, though. This is a serious show. But, yeah, here we go. Still a commercial. All right, so they're coming out of commercial here, showing this replay. Yeah, they're saying that, it should have been pass interference. I don't think so. I don't think it should have been pass interference. Yeah, check out some cool merch, yo. You can go to theramage.com, get the coolest merch in the game. You can get this hat. You can get this hoodie. You could look as cool as me. I mean, that's a good selling point. Well, here we go. We have the kickoff in the 5. He's the 10, 15, 20. Does he have a returner? He's past the 30. Kind of gets knocked around. Now he's down to the 40-yard line is where the Jaguars will start off. That's a good spot right there. You know what I mean? Who cares about these games? The only thing that matters are the Packers play the Go Pack Go song. All right, give them a Go Pack Go. You know what I mean? Go Pack Go! Go Pack Go! We can do a Go Pack Go chant. It doesn't have to be a Packer game. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence gonna be under center from the 39-yard line. All right, he's going to hand. Oh, play action. Tosses it right side, a little screen. He's got a blocker, and he's going to have a first down. He's running down the sideline, does a little spin move. That looked a little bit like Tucker Kraft, same number, you know what I mean? He was getting after it. Hoodie weather sounds like a hint toward merch, you know what I mean? That's what it is. I should have a hoodie that says, I love hoodie weather. That would be here we go. Trevor Lawrence. I think he's changed some stuff up over here. He's under 3:24 to go in the first quarter. It's first down and 10. He's got a man in the backfield. Now he's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to run left side, kind of middle, and he's going to have about a 5-yard gain over there. You know what I mean? Ed the Diver in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ed the Diver, out there cleaning out the waterways in Wisconsin and the surrounding areas. 2nd down and 5 over here. A serious Matt Ramage? I don't think so. No fun. I don't think that's ever happened. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence is dog water. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center here. He's got a man in the backfield. Are the Chiefs coming? I think they might be switching some stuff up a little bit. And the play clock's down to 0, but they get the ball off. He's going to hand this thing off. Not much there. He's going to get about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. Probably about 1 yard right here. I should have ate before I started this thing. You know what I mean? I was thinking about that. A little bit hungry, you know what I mean? I might have some macaroni and cheese after this. I don't know. That's what I think about when I'm doing this. What will I eat when I'm done? Look at Trevor Lawrence. He's all hyped. Here we go. 3rd down and 2. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. Little bunch formation up top. He's got a man to his left, now to his right. They're going heavy right side. He's going to hand this thing off. No, he's play action. He's running for the 1st down marker. Did he get there? Trevor Lawrence, a little sneaky sneakerson, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of like a keeper, but they're marking this thing. Looks like right the 1st down marker on that yellow line, but the yellow line's not official, obviously. But it's pretty close. And dude, they're saying 1st down right here. They're saying 1st down right there. There you go. We got dinner waiting. It's waiting. Looking at this, yeah, that looked like pretty clear 1st down. He did a good job. I'm on the merch getting Christmas shopping started. There you go. Go ahead and get that Christmas shopping done over at thematramage.com. You know what I mean? We got some good stuff over there. We'll have some more stuff too. We're going to have play action. Trevor Lawrence looking to throw. I think he's looking deep. He throws it right side. That's completed at the 1st down towards the sideline. He gets inside the 10-yard line. They got a flag on the play. We're going to see what this is. Flag in the secondary. 54 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Is it going to be against Jacksonville? What a bunch of idiots. No, it's on the Chiefs, I think. Penalty is declined. There we go. Stacy, did you get your wine tonight? That's the more important question, Stacy. You get your wine? For people who don't know, Stacy didn't realize, or I don't know if she did, but you can't buy alcohol on Sunday where she lives. It's brutal. So now it's Monday. I hope you got your wine. But that was a good play over here by the Jaguars. Oh, here we go. Philly boy, we were talking about you. Your ears ringing? Your ears ringing, but here we go. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence going to hand this thing off up the middle. Not going to be nothing there, though. Back to the line of scrimmage, I believe. But shout out to Phil. He is back cheating on Vince.
My God, he just got here.
Phil, we've been waiting for you. Dude, we've all been waiting for Phil. He comes in just swinging on the producer. I don't know what's going on with that situation. 10 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. They're going to let this quarter run out. We're having a good time, dude. We are at the end of the 1st quarter. It's 2nd down and goal. We're going to see if the Jaguars can get something going here. See if we can't have ourselves an actual ball game here on Monday Night Football. They're going to commercial. We will too. We'll be right back after these messages. Shout out to Philly Boy being here. Ivan, everyone. We'll be right back. You know what I mean?
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
The ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan. An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at kwiktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Alrighty, that was a good banger. You know, I feel like that was a good tune right there. You know what I mean? We were just rocking that thing out. Here we go. Let's see. I'll catch it back up over here in the comments. Coming back from commercial over here. We're going way up over here, right? All right, so let's catch up a little bit. We got to start in the second quarter here. 2nd down and goal. Stacy says, yes, and started pregame day drinking. Had to make up for my missed day. There you go, Stacy getting after it. All right, here we go. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. They're at the 8-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's play action. He's rolling right, looking to throw, looking for the end zone. No, he gets it, throws it short. He's going to be down to about the 3-yard line. Phil said had to finish Ed Gein on Netflix, all 8 episodes. You know what I mean? I respect that dedication. You know what I mean? You got to do it. Still on episode 2, so feel free to spoil that, everyone, Phil, if you want to. Let's skip ahead over here. Okay, Ryan Murphy takes liberties with the story. I don't know if are we giving spoiler alerts over here? You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of it, Phil. I'm just kidding. 3rd down and goal. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. Empty backfield. Bunch formation up top. Now he's got a man in motion. He's rolling right. Is he going to try to run with this thing? He is. And he's going to get down to the goal line, but short. Down to about the 1-yard line.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
Trevor Lawrence thinking he Lamar Jackson out here. Look, everyone, you got everyone worked up about this show now. Dude, my wife will like watch the biggest murder shows and then like be all like scared of stuff, and it's like then don't watch shows about serial killers. How about that?
I would think Matt would get nervous if she started watching Snapped about the women that like snap and kill their husbands. Yeah.
Nah. I'm not worried about it because I feel like I'd take her, you know what I mean? Here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to... Oh, he fumbles it! And the Chiefs get it. They went for a quarterback sneak. That ball popped out. He left it forward and right into someone's hand. Ball popped out. The Chiefs get it. That's horrible. Oh, my goodness. What a crazy thing that just happened. They're looking to see, make sure he didn't cross the line first. He did not, dude. Oh, my. They just punched that thing out. Dude, that might be it for the Jags. That might just be demoralizing and just, like, make them have no fight for life in this game. You were right down there. They're all yelling touchdown, but it is not a touchdown, dude. That was short. They're going to look at it. Obviously, they look at every replay over here. So let's go. We have Frosty the Snowman. Yeah, he lost control before that ball. It's very clear. Here we go. Cheers. You know what I mean? So we have an official review. 13:36 to go. Let me know. Hammer the chat. Is this? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that he was short, even though they're all over there like touchdown. I don't know, maybe what it looks like on a jumbotron, or they're just trying to sell it, but yeah, I don't think that's nasty work right here. Remember what I said yesterday before the Bills-Pats game? I do not remember that. Yeah, that's definitely short. You could say that again, Ivan, and he did. I think it's short. I don't think that they can give it to him. I think it's just right before that line. is where that ball started to move out of his hand. So doesn't look good. What's up, Frosty? Let's see what Frosty says. Brady was the only guy who seemed to be able to sneak like that at the goal line and not lose the ball. That's the thing, when you're lunging forward and the ball's in your hand, like these players are trained to just punch it. And that's what he did. He just got his hand in there, and that was rough. Matt doesn't remember this afternoon, let alone yesterday. You know what I mean? I have a bad memory. My memory doesn't work like that. That it would be an upset and Pats would win. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't even think I watched that game. I went to bed early last night. But yeah. I believe you though, for sure. I don't know, with Hallmark Christmas shows starting now and Halloween killer shows, I'm either slain or slain. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's a time of year. You know, you're either like, you know, all wholesome and Christmassy, like, you know, families all together, or Freddy Krueger's killing your family, but only in your dreams. Like, that's all over all the streaming plays. I was like, what's going on? Like Jason, Freddy Krueger, like, you know, Children of the Corn. I don't mess with that stuff. Children of the Corn, I ain't watching that. I guarantee you couldn't pay me to watch that movie. I watched that when I was a kid. I didn't sleep for like 9 years. Maybe make up a call for the offense pass interference pick on the Kansas State touchdown. No touchdown. They're sticking with the call, and that's what it should be. It's very, very close, dude. But man, the Chiefs got that. 13:36 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10. If the Chiefs are going to start over here. And that's a big time run for the Chiefs. And he's got the stiff arm out. He's past the 25, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds close to past the 30-yard line, I think. And the Chiefs just come out. And, dude, the Chiefs are about to dominate this game, dude. I'm telling you, this game has been over. Aaron, I reminded you it was a division game. Can't trust the best team in division games. Yeah, kind of how division games go. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They're going to be at about the 36-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's back. Quick pass left side. Got a little screen to Worthy. Come on, Worthy, run! He goes out of bounds. Dude, I don't need 3-yard scampers from you. I need Hall of Fame numbers coming from you right now. Preferably off running plays. Come on, Worthy. Help me out here. 2nd down. That's a wild chain of events. If you're an offense, you go all the way down the field and then to lose it like that. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. Quick pass left side. That's going to be completed. He makes some dudes miss, and now it's a 1st down, and he's still scampering. Oh, my goodness. And he runs out of bounds in this Chiefs offense, dude. They're getting her going, dude. He had 2 guys right there, and he hit them. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, he hit that L2 button. You know what I mean? That's an L2 button, baby. The best part of watching this stream is I get to hear you scream twice. Once from the basement and then 3 seconds later on my AirPod. Hey, that's a choice you made, you know what I mean? Took the big walrus a quarter to figure out the Jags had for them. Chiefs about to leave them in the dust, yeah. All right, here we go. Patrick Mahomes is he's play action. He's looking to throw. He's trying to go deep. He's got time. Now he's rolling right. Throws it right side wide open. And that's going to be a big-time completion. And he's going to be, I think, inside the 10-yard line. That's the Thornton. Could have been the Worthy, but whatevs. And the Chiefs' offense is rolling. They're not going to be stopped. He says it's not even fair even trying to cover these wide receivers. But look at his offensive line. Everyone is clamped up. Like, you cannot be expected to cover for that long. Look at his route here Thornton ran. He's got a man on him, but he just found a zone that no one's in and sat down and got that thing. 1st and goal. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's going to hand this thing off up to him. No, he keeps it. Patty Mahomes is running. That's horrible for my fantasy team. Probably a L for me in fantasy from that right there. But Patrick Mahomes runs it in for a touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead 13-0. Yeah, that's probably a wrap on my fantasy game. I won't even mention it again. It's just sadness. 10:44 to go in the second quarter. Matt, how much do you have to pay Michelle to watch and listen to your live? No, I don't pay her nothing. Deb, dude, she's on the scoreboard then because Philly Boy's been slacking. Here comes the extra point. It's it. Oh, it almost got me. I was too quick with it. Brewers in 4 minutes, and we will be keeping updates. But Frosty the Snowman, anyone who's going to be listening or watching the Brewers at the same time, hit up the chat with any updates of stuff's going on. But we're gonna have a score. We're gonna let you know what's going on in that particular ball game as well. So
yes, I'll be doing my best to update you guys and control all this too. So, but yeah, the help is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, we're gonna make him work a little extra day.
Matt said if I mess up, he's only going to give me half a sticker this week.
Yeah.
He's going to rip one in half.
Sticker game,
please
dude.
help me out.
I won't even give you one of my stickers. I'll give you someone else's stickers. I got some right here. What do we got? Thought I had a sticker right here. Oh, yeah, right here. Fridge break time. The twins over there, they got a, fridge break podcast, but we got those stickers. I'll give you one of those. Well, I got just regular Packer stickers, too. I was going to put it on a bike I got, but wasn't meant to be this summer. Maybe next summer. So Frosty's going to be out hooking us up with some Brewers updates during the game. Vinny Mac is on the case. You know what I mean? And even someone says Mac, I get hungry. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Dude, extra point almost fixed Matt's eye. That's a good comment right there. My cat's down here. Kind of annoying. My bike is dangerous. You guys want to see my cat? You want to see my kitty cat? Say something. What else you gotta say? Don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? We're trying to have a civilized conversation. All right, whatever. You don't want to. I'm not gonna take this abuse. You know what I mean? Lucy was saying bad things to me. You guys could hear it. But anyways, here we go. 14-0 Chiefs over the Jaguars. And dude, that wasn't a gift because they drove all the way down the field to score. But like the Jaguars, dude, just totally imploded there at the end. Crazy turnover, and the Chiefs went right down there and rolled all over them. Where is Super Mac on this National Noodle Day? Come on, Vince. Can't you do anything? Dude, you missed it. There was some Super Mac over here. Phil is just getting, very confrontational with the producer today. There you go. There you go. All right, we're going to have a return over here. The Jaguars return is saying he's going to get to about the 30-yard line, which has got to be the average for the NFL because I swear every return goes to about the 30-yard line. 10:38 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is upset with himself. Yeah, no kidding. He just freaking gave away a touchdown.
Phil was asking for Super Mac, but he has no idea what's going on behind the scenes. And if he knew what we knew, Matt, you would say, I added so much Super Mac in here for tonight to make Phil happy. And he's ripping on me.
Still complaining.
He's
You know what I mean?
horrible, man.
Trevor Lawrence going to hand this thing out. He's going to try to bounce this thing left side. Not a lot there, a couple yards. You just can't please someone. You know what I mean? Philly trying to come back here down 3-4, bottom of the ninth. Man on second, no out. So we got an update over here on the Philly game. Robert East, Vinny should give Michelle a super round of applause. Now we don't do that on this show. Thank you, Nicolet Law, because it would be a crime not to show to him. All right, so here we go. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. Clean pocket, looking right. Oh, he runs right into a sack. If he'd have ran anywhere but forward, he'd have been all right, but he ran forward right into a sack. Loss of 2 on the sack. That was like when you're like playing Madden and then like you like kind of hit the wrong button and you don't know where you are. You just kind of run forward right into a sack. Clean pocket too, you know. He could have kind of, you know, well, he had to get rid of that ball. I don't think no matter where he was going down. But I'm the worst. Here we go. We'll give you this. Oh, here we go. Trevor Lawrence shotgun, 3rd down and 10. I think that's going to be delay a game. Unless they got a timeout, but there's a flag. And the Jaguars offense is dying. Yeah, so, dude, they're at home, too, man. You got to get those plays in quicker. Like, how are you getting delay games? Now it's 3rd down and 15. Super Mac over there, you know, with that Nicolet Law. There you go. 3rd down and 15. Trevor Lawrence looks confused a little bit. You know what I mean? 9:09 to go in the 2nd quarter. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right, dude. I feel like, dude, the Jaguars are dying, dude. He might throw a pick 6 right here. Trevor Lawrence back to throw. He's got time running out of it, though. He's running out of it, gets rid of it, and that's going to be incomplete. They're looking for flags, and they get one. Yeah, he kind of looked like he was kind of getting tackled before that ball got there. So they got kind of saved right there. The Jags are not ready for prime time. I mean, playing against the Chiefs over here. So pass interference defense, number 35. Ran into a sack. That's bad. Very testy. You know what I mean? It'll happen to the best of them. You know what I mean? But I don't know, dude. He kind of fell right there. It didn't look as bad on the replay of that pass interference. I'm not sure. I think he got screwed on that. 1st down and 10. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center. Ball at the 38-yard line. He's going to be handing this thing off. He's trying to cut this thing up the middle. Not a lot there, dude. Maybe like a yard or so, dude. Ivan, I'm not ready for prime time, but 50 hits next week. Jaguars really needed that touchdown earlier. Going down too early to the Chiefs is never a good thing. Yeah, they needed that touchdown. I think they needed the momentum, and then just like having a situation like that happen, kind of, you know, it's kind of like, oh man, like whatever. And then like you said, you were playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to score points. You have to keep up. But I think just the momentum killer, no, just the negative, the bad vibes. You know what I mean? They're not green and gold vibes going on over there. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence back to throw out a shotgun. He's going to try to run up the middle. He's going to have the 1st down. Takes a hit. Does a little shimmy sham, and there you go. We're going to have a 1st down for the Jaguars. Your wife's commenting quite a bit tonight. Let us know. Let us in some secrets, Michelle. She ain't got nothing to say. Dude, I didn't know Trevor Lawrence had the wheels like that, but that was a nice little scramble. 45 yards to go to the end zone. Trevor Lawrence is under center. 1st down and 10. 7:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. Let's see what they got. And he's going to hand this thing off. He's pretty much the same play that they've been run that hasn't been successful.
Boom.
That's going to be a loss. Loss of about 1
tomorrow.
yard. I don't like bacon. I don't eat bacon. As you can tell from my physique, you know what I mean? Very healthy. But I do not eat bacon. Is it Phil's birthday? Is that what's going on? Happy birthday, Philly boy. That's the truth. I didn't know. Must not have wrote it down in my notes. But happy birthday, Phil. You know what I mean? We get an air horn.
If it's your
2nd
birthday,
down and
Phil,
11.
Happy birthday, Phil, if it's your birthday, buddy.
I don't know how my wife knew that, but that's weird. But anyway, here we go. Trevor Lawrence, shotgun, split back. He's going to throw a quick left side. He's dancing around, making some guys miss. Now he's going to the sideline, really close to the first down marker. I think he's going to have that first down. Dude, that was a big-time play right there. Jesse says, I'm so excited for Watson. I've been missing his dominance on the field. Not sure if it's just me, but I miss watching Watson do his backflip after scoring a touchdown. They probably won't let him do that for a while. I don't expect him to play against the Bengals. He's back at practice, but I assume they're going to let him practice the full week, not play him, and then have him practice the following week, and then maybe play him in that game if they think that he's ready. But absolutely, dude. Christian Watson on the field. Packers offense is different. He's got a good vibe to him. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence, play action, looking to throw, looking left side. He's got a man open, tipped in the air, intercepted, and dropped. Oh, my goodness. 19 Chiefs players could have intercepted that ball. 0 of them did. They were back there playing hacky sack. Dude, that ball was the easiest interception ever. That thing touched like 14 players, it seemed like. It was like, bing, 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 bing. Let's watch the replay over here. All right, so we got play action. He's looking over here. Man, wide open. Wide open. He should have caught it. Tipped it in the air. That touched 3 players' hands. 3 Chiefs players' hands. Tipped in the air, too. That should have been just so perfect. It was so in the air, right above him. Jaguars got off the hook on that one. And that's awesome. Trevor Lawrence, quick pass right side. He's going to have a completion. And he runs right into some people, and that's not going to be a first down. Third down, probably about 3. October 19th. So it's not today. So your birthday's not today. I take all back the birthday vibes. You know what I mean? It's October 6th. What's going on? I don't know how that play just happened. That was a weird thing that happened right there. Here we go. Third down and 4. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They got 28.5 yards to go to the end zone. Can they get something done? The play clock's down to 2. 1, the ball snapped. He's back to throw. He's got a clean pocket. He's going to run up right. He's going to scramble for the first down, making some fellas miss, and he's down to about the 14-yard line. Trevor Lawrence with a little escapability, you know what I mean? Michael Vick, who? Kevin King on the Chiefs? I think so. I think I seen that actually a while back, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence, he's not a guy that you think look at him and be like, hey, that guy can run. But he's got a little moves on him. First down and 10. 4:32 to go in the second quarter. Tonight, Trevor Lawrence 6 of 9, 73 yards. I think that said I missed it. All right, so now he's gonna move back. I think they're gonna be in like a little pistol. No shotgun. He's got a man to his left, back to throw. Oh, and they're calling his dead. Was that play clock down? I seen him trying to hurry up there. But they called a timeout. The Jags called a timeout to not get a delay a game. Look at Jaguar fans. This is like the stereotypical Jaguars fan. My 41st anniversary if my hubby was still alive. That sucks, Deb. Shout out to your husband, though, We will drink in his honor. You're awesome, Deb. Thanks for watching. All right, so let's see what Trevor Lawrence, they're showing the replay here. I thought they were hurrying it up again. First down and 10. So Trevor Lawrence 6 of 9. I missed it again, dude. 9-play, 55-yard drive, though. 6:26 to go off the clock. Trevor Lawrence in shack, and he's got a man to his left. They're at the 15-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's going to be play action. He's rolling left. He's going to toss this thing to the end zone. Overthrown. Incomplete. 4:12 to go in this half. ETN. ETN. I like that name, you know what I mean? I think I actually did some prize picks. Let me take a little gander at what we got going on prize picks. All right, here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the 15-yard line. He's going to be under center. He's got a man in the backfield now. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. They're trying to run this thing right up the middle, and they're going to get very close to the first down marker, down to about the 7-yard line.
A quick update. It is the top of the first in the Brewer game, and it is already 3-0 Cubs over the Brewers.
There you go. 3-0 Cubs over the Brewers. That's not good, dude. That's not good at all. But go Jags. Stacy's, doesn't want the Chiefs to win this one. 3:36 to go in the second quarter. It's 11-play drive, 63 yards, 7:13 off the clock. Trevor Lawrence is going to toss this thing right side. They're going to try to cut this thing, and that's going to be a first down to about the 3-yard line. If you lived in Jacksonville, would you ever go to a game? So many other things to do. I don't know. I mean, if you're a football fan, that is the thing to do. Like, if you are like a diehard fan of that team, then what else would you want to do? It's one day a week, you know what I mean? I think that you would. But I don't think they don't have diehard fans because they don't have like old history and old culture. That's just what it is. First down and goal. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Be back to throw. He's probably looking for, I thought he was going to go slant, but they're going to have a touchdown right here. Jacksonville Jaguars get it into the end zone, and there they go. They cut that lead almost in half, with the extra point. 2:38 to go in the second quarter. Get after it, Brewers. You know what I mean? So, that almost touchdown, dude, that was huge. Because they're getting down here. Their offense has got something going. So they can play with the Chiefs, but giving away a touchdown down to that 1-yard line, it's going to haunt them for this game. You know what I mean? Yay! No history, man. Shout out to him. Absolute baller. But they don't have they haven't been around, as long as like most teams, they've been around since the 90s. You know what I mean? Phil ain't going to do it. Someone's got to do it. You know what I mean? Stacey lives 2 hours from Jacksonville, all right? We're going to be right back after these matches. Come hang out. You know what I mean? Don't go nowhere. All right. Be right back.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet! It's Nicolet! Nicolet Law! Real force, baby! Houston, we have a problem.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
Shout out to Kwik Trip, you know what I mean? But Frosty over here, giving us some Brewers down 3-0 going into the bottom of the first. So that's one heck of a first inning right there. Not what you want right there. And Jaguars going to be kicking this thing off to the Chiefs, and they're not going to return this thing. Touchback, 2:38 to go, so they're going to have 2:38. They have 2 timeouts, and we're going to see what Patrick Mahomes and his crew can do. I expect to go down here. 12 of 14, Patrick Mahomes is 162 yards, 2 touchdowns. Killing me in fantasy football, I ain't going to lie to you. I deserve it, though. But, there's some buys going on, Didn't help. Lamar Jackson's not playing. It's not looking good for me. So let's see. Patrick Mahomes going to start this thing in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Worthy's in motion. Now he's in motion again. He's going to toss this thing to Worthy. He's going to go down. They've seen that coming. That's a loss of yards. That's not what I wanted at all.
Boom! He's on his back. You'll feel that one tomorrow.
I hate the Cubs' worst fibs ever. I hate all the Illinois teams. I don't have, the Bears are probably the top of the teams. I don't like Little League. I don't like anything going on in Illinois. If you're playing sports in Illinois, I am rooting against you. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Jesse says, watching last week's Steelers game, Rodgers has been playing really, really well. And some of those plays he was doing against the Vikings. We'll get back to this after this play right quick. Patrick Mahomes and shotgun. And they're going to call a timeout over here. Something's going to happen. I'll get back to this. He was doing against the Vikings, brought back amazing memories when he would play like that on the Packers. Legendary Rodgers is doing great things for the Steelers. Yeah, I think he's getting after it. I haven't really watched too many Steelers games, but yeah, I think I expected Rodgers to kind of do well. I don't think that he's done by any means. And whenever people kind of doubt him, that's kind of when he gets after it. Illinois is a dumpster fire. There you go. Tell them how you really feel about them. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I don't root for any. I don't like Illinois teams, any sports teams. I'm rooting against all of them. Like I say, Little League, I don't care. So we're gonna see if the Chiefs can get some points over here before half. Do you think they can? They're up 14-7. They kind of got to take advantage of. They got to keep it moving because Jaguars' offense on that last drive, they were really getting after it. So if they figured something out, Chiefs got to keep it moving. We're gonna see if they can. But yeah, come hang out tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be doing a podcast, talking. Packers coming out of the bye, Christian Watson coming back to practice, all the things Green Bay Packers going into the season. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Where is it? All right, there you go. It's hard to figure out which side you got to go with, you know what I mean? But right over there, you know what I mean? But come hang out tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. We're going to have some fun, you know what I mean? Haven't watched one play, probably won't, all good. Of this game? What is up, Ryan? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in over here. It's going pretty good over here. We're watching some Monday Night Football. The Brewers are playing. Brewers are down, though. But we're watching some Monday Night Football. Chiefs up 14-7. How are you doing on this evening? Deb says Illinois has the worst governor of any state. I can tell you that. I don't know about all that, but here we go. Jesse, I'm laughing so hard right now at the Jets head coach. He said he didn't want Rodgers because he was the problem. Well, the head coach was totally wrong about that. I hope the Jets head coach apologized to Rodgers because Rodgers wasn't the problem. It's the owner and the head coach is doing a terrible job. Rodgers is doing awesome at the Steelers, sitting 3-1, and for the Jets, they are 0-5, worst head coach in Jets history. He's not liking the Jets head coach. No, but I think that he just wanted his own guy. That's all it was. He just wanted to start fresh, and it's not working out for him. Patrick Mahomes back to throw. He's out of shotgun. Now he's rolling right. Kind of made a guy miss. Is he going to run? Is he going to throw? He's going to, I think, do both. I think he threw it out of bounds there. I think he was still in bounds when he threw it. 3rd down and 16. You are getting ready to move to Dallas, huh? There you go. Congratulations. Or I'm sorry. I don't know which one. So it's 3rd down and 16 now. Dude, the Jaguars, they can stop right here. 1:51 to go. The Jaguars have one timeout. It's not a bunch of time. But we're going to see what they can do. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's going to, I thought he was going to throw it deep. He throws it short, and that's not going to be enough for a first down. He got a few on that, but that's not going to be nearly enough. So 1:38 to go. The clock's going to tick. The Jags are not going to call a timeout here. $8:30 feels like 10:30. Oh, all right, here we go. We're going to have a punt situation over here. We go back to the chat. 1:11 to go. This clock is ticking. Like I said, the Jaguars have one timeout. Play clock's down to 3. Here comes the punt. He's going to let that thing bounce. Not a bad move, but it's going to go to about 7-8 yard line in here. And that's when the Jaguars will start. 54 seconds and at one timeout. So they're going to have time. Take some shots to the sideline. I think that, maybe they can get some going here. And if they're able to tie this game up before half, to get some kind of freakish touchdown right here, that'd be amazing. Check out the old podcast. You know what I mean? The Matt Ramage Show. Available Apple, Spotify, all the places people listen to podcasts. YouTube as well. I post all the video version over on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube and all the places that you listen to podcasts. And give it a little gander, you know what I mean? Give it a little listen, Lou. Here we go. So the Jags are going to start just about the 8 yard line here. Down 7 points. Do they got it in them? Do they got enough moxie to get a big drive right here? Long ways to go. 54 seconds. One timeout. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Are the Chiefs bringing pressure? He's back to throw. He's got time. He's not going to last forever. He gets rid of it. I think that's going to be completed for a first down. There we go. All right, they're hurrying up here. 40 seconds, 39, 38. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun, man to his left. A lot of play clock going on, 34 seconds. He's back to throw. He's got pressure. He's rolling right. He's got to get rid of it. He throws it. Completed. Incomplete. Ball's dropped on the ground. Flag. A lot going on there. All right, so we got some stuff going over here in the Brewer game. It's 3-3. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, so that's coming back for the Jags. There was a Vaughn homer.
Ivan beat me to it. I was just going to say it's 3-3. The Brewers tied it up.
Yeah, tie game over here. So there we go. Frosty the Snowman. So here we go. So back to this game over here. So it's tied up in the Brewer game. Yeah, he took it.
Who was right, Frosty?
So here we go. First down and 20. All right, 27 seconds. I don't know. I don't know what they can do here. But shotgun, he's going to have a man to his left. Trevor Lawrence back to throw. Quick pass. He's going to get some room. If he can get out of bounds, he cannot. So it's going to be a 24-yard line. 20 seconds, 19, 18. I don't know if they're going to use a timeout. Trevor Lawrence is still hurrying them up, though. They're trying to get something going here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Trevor Lawrence back to throw. They got pressure. They get through. He's going down for the sack, and that's going to be halftime. Oh, my goodness. Look, they tried to get something going there, but they just couldn't get it going. Mistakes. That penalty was huge at the end of that thing. So it's going to the second. 3-3. So we got ourselves another edition of our halftime show that the producer put together. Big shout out to Vinny. He's got this reoccurring series that we've been doing at halftime, and today is no different. Vinny prepared ourselves a good halftime video, so I hope you enjoy it, you know what I mean? And big shout out to Vinny. So let's give it a watch, you know what I mean?
Well, here I am again. It's the next day, and remember when I said I was gonna get the mac and cheese to get the Matt Ramage? Well, I went ahead with my plan. As you can see, I have my trap set with the macaroni and cheese. Yes, Matt Ramage can't resist this. And You know how I know this? Because look, I found this on the interweb. Look at this picture. He loves the mac and cheese. Yes. So I'm going to hide behind this bush here. Here, let me get down here. Here we go. Yes. We're gonna wait. We're gonna be really silent. Yes. Wait for the Matt Ramage. And when he gets and grabs the mac and cheese, I'm going to pull the string and we'll trap him. And good fortune will be mine. Yeah.
What are you doing, sir?
What? Oh, hello, officer.
Why are you hiding in the bushes? And why do you have a trap set up?
What?
Looks suspicious.
Oh, I'm just trying to catch the Matt Ramage here for the good fortune. Yes.
Are you some kind of weirdo, sir?
No. No, I'm not a weirdo. No.
Have you been here for a while?
Oh, well, I've been looking for him for a while now.
Sir, could I see some ID?
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll... Hey! What? Oh!
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, you know, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes 50 grand and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at kwiktrip.com/sweepstakes.
All righty, we are back. You know, a little halftime action right there. Let me know, what did you think about that video that old Vinny threw up there at halftime? Let me know. You know what I mean? I think they're funny. You know, Stacy, I think she thinks they're funny a little bit. What is up, Erica? How you doing? Thanks for being here. You know what I mean? Let's give it a little air horn. You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Way to go, Vinny. Yeah, I think that's I do like that series. You know, he makes those. They're pretty funny. Phil says it's 3-3 Brewers still over there. What's the inning? Let us know the situation over there, Philly boy. You know what I mean? I thought about putting the game on the side, but whenever I do that, I get like sidetracked and start calling the wrong game. But here we go. Monday Night Football, 14-7. Jags had a chance to kind of go down there and maybe even get 3, but weren't able to get it done. Gave away a touchdown on that fumble early on, and that's gonna cost them just a little bit. You know what I mean? But while we're waiting over here, we're still at halftime. Let me check the old prize picks. Let's see what I'm doing over here. All right, they're showing the highlights over here. Eagles, Broncos beat the Eagles. That's a crazy little game right there. All right, so All right, so I got Patrick Mahomes. I got 251 and a half passing yards. I took the over on that. He's at 164 right now. Trevor Lawrence, 219 and a half passing yards. I took the over on that because I figured they're going to have to sling that thing to keep up with the Chiefs. Travis Kelce, 4 receptions. He's at 3. I took the over on that. And then I can't ever say his name. Travis Etienne. I don't know why I say his name wrong all the time. But I got he needs a touchdown. I got a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, I took the 0.5 for touchdown. So he needs 1 touchdown, and that helps my fantasy team too. So let's see if that happens. I don't think it's gonna. It's not looking good. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got going on over here. That video guy sounds like Ed Gein. Shout out to producer Vince, for the video. We every halftime we kind of has that kind of series going where that same kind of joke going. So let's give a shout out over here to Mr. Producer. Give him his Oscar. You know what I mean? So here we go. So who do we think is going to win this game? I think most people, are probably going to think the Chiefs are going to win this game. Look at that, 40-6, the Colts over the Raiders. That's a crazy game. They're kind of going over these games. The Ravens, dude. The Ravens had a tough one. I seen Jair Alexander got in a little scuffle situation. 44-10, Texans over the Ravens. That's insanity. And then the Vikings were over there playing. Where were they playing? They were playing somewhere in a different country. But playing against the Browns, they beat the Browns. And I heard everyone talking about that. 21-17, Vikings, who are 3-2 now. But absolutely well done, Vince. But then the Dolphins, 24-27 loss. Dude, I think the Dolphins might have a new head coach pretty soon. I think the Dolphins might be about to blow some stuff up over there. Not looking good. And the Cowboys, 37, I was at 22. They got themselves a win. The Titans, one of the worst teams probably in history. But not this year, just as a franchise. But they won 22-21 over the Cardinals. Cardinals are a team the Packers play coming up a few weeks. Oh, yeah, that was in London. And it made sense they were showing all the Prince people and all that and whatnot. Makes sense. What's up, Erica? She said, my mom is a Colts fan, and she said the kicker for the Colts got hurt on the opening drive, and he had a season-ending injury. So every time they had go for an extra point, they would go for a 2-point conversion. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I didn't hear that. So, yeah, that sucks. That's the thing. Like, when your kicker gets hurt, dude, you are screwed. You really don't have a backup. Sometimes the punter can get after it a little bit, but not always. Not always. So I think for us, he's talking about the Brewer game over here. The ump is blind. The umps, I feel like in Major League Baseball, are horrible. I'm not watching this Brewer game, so I don't know what's going on, but I believe you, first of all, Frosty. The umps, you see in baseball, I feel like the umps in baseball even more than the NFL are bad because like they get like egos, and then like someone starts arguing with them, and then they'll just throw them out. I just feel like the umps in baseball are a little bit soft. They're a little bit on the soft side. You know what I mean? But we have
They
292 folks watching live right now. There, Vinny.
Next year, they're going to be experimenting with robot umpires in the Major League Baseball system.
They should. They should because I watch some games from time to time. I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I watch some games and even seeing clips on the internet, and they just so many times it's just so off. Not that the NFL is not. I think every league is kind of like that, but I feel like baseball it's the most.
But what if you're gonna like kick dirt at the umpire's shoe and it's a robot? Is it gonna be like the Terminator and like eliminate you then?
You like I need your clothes and your boots.
Yeah, and what if your name is Sarah Connor?
Yeah. Come with me if you want to live. That's what the refs would say to Patrick Mahomes, and he's like, all right. All right, anyways. But we have ourselves a 14-7 ball game. I forget who gets the ball coming out of half. I think the Chiefs got the ball. Didn't the Chiefs go right down there?
I think the Chiefs get the ball, yes.
Oh, no, yeah, because the Jags got it, but they got a 3-0 just to start. And the Chiefs went down there and scored. So, yeah, the Chiefs get the ball at half. So, the Chiefs can potentially go up 21-7 just make this snooze fest of a game. You know what I mean? At least competitive-wise. We're going to find out, though. Coming out, there's still a commercial over here. Should be coming out of halftime here pretty quick. Seems like a longer halftime than normal. You know what I mean? But here we sit. Here we sit, Vinny. 156. I didn't even realize that there was a clock on the screen. Second half starts in 152. So we can do something like this. We got that merch populating over at thematramage.com. Thank you, Jerry Merch. And we have a lot of different merch as well. We have the green and gold vibes, hoodie, shirt, all that stuff. We have the Homer hat. We have different hats. We have all types of good stuff over at thematramage.com. Go check it out. Go buy some stuff. Christmas is coming up. Get your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy. Get everyone some gifts over at thematramage.com. Receiving gets the ball this just in. You know what I mean? That's what it is, Philly boy. I think after this stream, I might have some hot pockets. I was just thinking about that. Like, I might. We have some hot pockets. You know what I mean? The ham and cheese ones. They're all right. You put those things in the air fryer, way better than a microwave. Microwave, it's like you take one bite, burn your face off. Second bite, cold. Air fryer, a lot better situation. We're gonna get that one day. But yeah, there we go. We got the Super Mac right there. Look at that guy flexing on him. That looks good too. I need some macaroni and cheese in my life. Some Kwik Trip macaroni and cheese. It's good macaroni and cheese.
That's why I put them up, because you were saying that earlier, that you were hungry and
yeah. So you keep putting food up and making me even more hungry. I
know.
I should have ate before I started this thing, but what are you gonna do? We all make decisions in life, right? I took a nap, kind of slept in a little bit. Didn't really have time. So here we go. We're going to be coming back here in a couple minutes. I expect Kansas City to win this game. I expect them to win this game by 2 touchdowns. Right now we're up 14-7, but I expect them to be up. I think it's going to be a 2 touchdowns. I don't. Jacksonville really kind of fought at the end there, but I don't know. They make mistakes in bad spots. You know what I mean? I think that's like what it is. The meatball and mozzarella ones, thanks for the tip. I will definitely try Hot Pockets in the air fryer. They're definitely better. Hot Pockets are Hot Pockets. And I mean, here comes the return. They're the 10, 15, 20. He's trying to get this thing to 25, cuts it all the way across the right side of the field. He's at the 30. He's trying to make a guy miss. Gets down to about the 33-yard line where the Chiefs will start. But yeah, I mean, Hot Pockets are Hot Pockets. You know what they are. But in the air fryer, they're better. They're like more crispy. They're legit, you know what I mean? I mean, they're still Hot Pockets, but they're definitely better than a microwave.
Hey, and
So,
to explain something too, some people were asking earlier if that was a ballerina that was dancing across the screen on the first down for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's actually Taylor Swift from the
Taylor
Shake
Swift.
It Off
We represent
video.
Taylor Swift in this game. 1st and 10. Here we go. The Chiefs are going to hand this thing off up the middle out of shotgun. Nothing there. The Jaguars defense clamping it up, baby. Let's see if I'm not rooting against the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs hater. I'm not a Jaguars fan or hater either. I just want a good football game. I expect the Chiefs to be, they're 2-2 right now. I expect them to win this game, go to 3-2. I expect them to be a force in that AFC playoff situation. But here we go. Patrick Mahomes, empty backfield. He's going to be in shotgun. Now he puts a man in motion. Now he's got a man to his left. He's back to throw. Pressure immediately. He gets it off Travis Kelce, and that's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down. So it'll be 3rd down and a couple. Oh, don't sleep on the breakfast pockets, dude. I think the breakfast ones are the best. You get the you start turning it about the breakfast hot pockets, and just like those toaster pastry things or whatever. Those are good if you get the right ones. You know what I mean? So we got 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 2nd in that Brewers game. Shout out to Frosty the Snowman keeping us updated. You didn't think you'd get updates from Frosty the Snowman in your life. Here you are, 2025, baby. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. 3rd down and 2. Play clock's down to 2. 1-0. The ball snapped. He's got it, gets rid of it. Left side, and that's going to be incomplete. He's looking for a flag, but aren't the Chiefs always? 4th down and 2. No flag on the play. I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? But they always do. The Chiefs are always looking for flags. All their players. That might have been, he got there a little soon. You know what I mean? Grabbing the jersey. I don't know. That might have been something there. Packers superfan Lil Wayne should be doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl instead of the music artist that the NFL picks because the Packers will be there playing for the trophy and he could play. We have what happened? Almost a block. Missed a punt over here. We're going to have a return. He's going to try to get out of this thing down to about the 10-yard line. But yeah, you know what I mean? Could be. It's not going to be. 13-15 to go in the third quarter.
My thought would be maybe change the genre. Why does it always have to be like pop all the time? Maybe, maybe country sometime, or change the music genre,
Yeah, I just think that they think that they're trying to go for like the popular, like what's going on. My thing, like what the Super Bowl halftime show is, like, I don't care because, like, to me it's like sometimes you'll like it, sometimes you won't. There's a lot of people, like, the Super Bowl is so like nationwide and like worldwide where everyone watches it, so they're gonna have different stuff on. I just don't really care. Like when they had Eminem and Dr. Dre and all that, 'cause I used to listen to that obviously like growing up, and I still do. That was a cool one for me. And like a lot of people, like, people still talk about Prince and like there's different ones, but I just feel like not everyone is going to be to your liking. You know what I mean? Like not everyone. And like I don't know who's performing it. I forget his name. He's not someone who I'm real familiar with besides the Adam
Bunny
Sandler
or
movie.
something like that, right?
Yeah, but like I also think that not everything is for me. You know what I mean? Like not every Super Bowl show is going to be.
Man, we just got old and we have no idea who these people are anymore.
Yeah, that's just what it is. But I ain't mad about it because like if I don't like a Super Bowl halftime show, or if I'm not feeling it, I'm not like excited about it. Not someone who I'm familiar with. Like I'll just go do something else. This one I probably will watch because I'll probably be live streaming for it. But I don't get mad like if I don't like or if I don't know them because I just think that not everything is for you. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just sounds, but that is what it is. Here we go. Don't hate on the bunny. There you go. Like I say, I'm not familiar with him, and I'm not overly. I don't worry about who the halftime show is. Look at this movie. I like those end of the world type movies. I don't know why, or like those whatever show this is. But like whenever like Independence Days and all those shows, those movies back in the day, I like them. Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime show performer. He is from Puerto Rico. And I'm sure it's going to be a great show. Like when they have like halftime shows, they really do it up, no matter who it is. I assume it's going to be good. He's not someone I'm really familiar with, but I'm sure it's going to be a good show. It's going to be all right. But so here we go. We've got a 14-7 ball game. Let's see what we got going on. They're coming back from commercial over here. All right. So now Trevor Lawrence out here on the Jaguars offense. He's going to be under center ball. About the 12-yard line, play action. Trevor Lawrence tosses into his running back. He's got a blocker, but it's too late. Already taken down. That's going to be a decent game, though, about, I think, 7 yards there. That's the thing. I think most people, like, really, I mean, some people watch the halftime show, but, like, a lot of people, like, if you're watching a game, you're not really dialed in on the halftime show anyways. You might check it out, but that's when you're restocking on food, beer, maybe using the toilet, you know what I mean? It'll be a Packers, Rocco's will be a Packers versus Steelers Super Bowl. That would be really interesting if that was the case. Here we go. 2nd down and 3. Trevor Lawrence going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to try to run this thing left side. He cuts it back up the middle. That's a first down for the Jaguars. ETN on the rush there. I said it right that time. You know what I mean? Looks like Sunshine from Remember the Titans. You're talking about, you say he needs a haircut. He's got that old school vibe to him. You know what I mean? I don't mind it. But yeah, they need to get something going right here, though. That's for showsy. 297 folks watching live, across all the places. Let's get it to 300. 298. You know what I mean? Just as I talk, here we go. 298. Let's pump those numbers up. Here we go. 12:23 to go in the third quarter. Jaguars got an injured player, kind of hobbling off a little bit. First down and 10. Trevor Lawrence going to be under center. They're trying to run this thing right here. That's what it looks like. Maybe a play action on 1st and 10. It's play action. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to try to run. No, he throws it deep, and he jumps for it. Completed. Big time play to the 30-yard line for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence was back there. He was kind of hopping around. Pressure was around. You can kind of feel that pocket kind of closing in. And I thought he was going to run with this thing. He just throws it up. His receiver comes back for it in double coverage, jumps in the air, gets the ball, falls hard, keeps the ball in possession. Here we go, 1st down and 10. And he's play action. Trevor Lawrence is rolling to his right, gets it off, and that's going to be a completion. Not big gain there. I think he kind of got screwed in that where they placed the ball, but he's going to get maybe half a yard. I think he could have got another half a yard.
That was a catch before. Wow.
Yeah, that was a beautiful catch right there. Yeah, up in the air, dude. He was like on his shoulders. Oh, but now there's a flag. Must have been after the play type stuff. Wait. I don't think there was a flag. The flag logo went up.
Illegal contact by the defense, automatic.
Oh, so we missed that, huh? 1st down and 10. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center. Ball about the 23-yard line. Now he's moving. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Let's see if the Jaguars got some. He's back to throw. He's looking right. Gets rid of it. Completed. And that's going to be out of bounds for about an 8-yard gain. Let's go. Now we got something brewing here, baby. You know what I mean? Let's go 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd down and short. I just want this to be a competitive game, you know what I mean? Get the juices flowing a little bit, you know what I mean? Go, Pat, go! Let's get jacked up there, people. 2nd and 3. Trevor Lawrence is under center. He's got a man in motion. He's going to try to run this thing up the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Jaguars. There we go. You know, that's all the excitement we need. All right, so 3-3, top of the 3rd. All right, that's your update for the Brewers. Can the Brewers win this thing? You know what I mean?
So the Bucks won their preseason game, too. So 103-93.
There you go. Preseason's very important there, Steve. Or Vinny.
Well, come on. It's an update. It's the Bucks. Come on.
Here we go. 1st down and 10. Play clock's down to 3. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's going to try to hand this thing off up the middle. And he's going to get to about the 10-yard line. A couple yards there. It's going to be 2nd down and about 8. I'm not sure what the arrow means up there. Is it the helmet? You like... 2nd and 8, here we go. Brenton Strange, questionable with a hip. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jaguars down here. The Jaguars in position right here to tie this game. 6 plays, 77-yard drive, 4:24 off the clock. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. Is he looking for the end zone? He's going to try to scramble up, and he's going to move it, and he's going to be a touchdown for Trevor Lawrence. And he scrambles into the end zone, makes some people miss, runs it left side, and the Jaguars cut the lead within 1 with the extra point to come. 10-yard rushing touchdown for Mr. Trevor Lawrence. And we got ourselves a ball game here. You think about the Jaguars gave up a touchdown earlier. They had a touchdown. So this Jaguars offense has been getting after it. You know what I mean? And here's the extra point. It's yep. I think it's good. I was looking at the little box, like the Vinny in the box. I was just looking at him, so I screwed that one up. But here we go, Stacy. We got ourselves a tie ball game, 14-14. Jaguars tied it up, baby. And we got ourselves a ball game. We're going to commercial. We'll be right back. Go, Pat, go. And also, you know, whatever. This team's, you know.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks.
Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
What is up? I'm trying to fix my microphone here. It's got a little situations, you know what I mean? It gets a little loose sometimes. I got a loose screw over here. But it's like a screw. You can't fit a screwdriver in there to tighten it. So it's just always loose, and I don't know what to do about that. But anyways, we are back over here. We have ourselves a tie ball game. 14-14 Monday Night Football. And, you know, Trevor Lawrence, you know, kind of a guy that, you know, he got that contract. Everyone, like, was trashing him, saying that he ain't that dude. But right here, playing the Chiefs Monday Night Football, tied it up 14-14. Even after that fumble, giving away a touchdown, they're still in this game. Obviously, just tied it up, kicking off to the Chiefs, and they are matching them. What is up, Iowa Joe? Ramage is a bum. No lies are told. We have a return here. He's at the 15, 20, 25. He's going to try to get to the 30, and he's going to get to about the 32-yard line. Gets rocked over here on the left sideline. What is up, Iowa Joe? You know what I mean? We're not going to give Iowa Joe air horn. What sound should we give him? We'll give him a doorbell just to make people who have dogs might have their volume too loud and make them do. Inconceivable! 4 straight balls. You know what I mean? I assume you're talking about that baseball game, or you got some other stuff going on over at the house, Philly boy. But here we go at this game, 14-14, tied up. Are the Chiefs going to keep it rolling? We're going to find out. 8:34 to go in this third quarter. It's first down and 10. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center. Ball at the 32-yard line. He's got a man in the backfield. They got the pressure on. The Jaguars got their offense rolling. It's play action. He's got pressure immediately. Gets rid of it, and that's going to be to Worthy for about a 9-yard gain. Let's see where they marked that thing. It's going to be 8 or 9. Oh, I think Worthy's down. Worthy's hurt. Oh, no. He was questionable coming into the week. I know this because he's my fantasy wide receiver. And he looks like he's got an ankle injury right here. He's hobbling off. He's running off the field with a limp. I would expect you probably don't see him again. Yeah, so he missed weeks 2 and 3 with a bad shoulder. Now he goes down his ankle. This guy, he might be all right, but I think they'll probably be on the safe side with him. We're going to find out. Not good for Worthy. Hopefully you're all right, bud. Come on. We're rooting for you, Worthy. You know what I mean? Here we go. Only because he's on my fantasy team. I mean, not only because I don't want to see injuries at all. But here we go. We're going to have a run up the middle by the Chiefs, and that's going to be our first down. Out of shotgun, he handled as well. The Jaguars are still, they were holding so long, they were holding it after the play. He still had his jersey in his hand. Here we go. 7:51 to go in the third quarter. It's first down and 10. The Chiefs got the ball. Only head coach in Jaguars history to win first 3 or 4 career games. They got a big culture, big history going on there in Jacksonville. All right, here we go. First and 10. Let's see what they got. Patrick Mahomes going to be under center here. On 1st and 10, 7:30 to go to third quarter. Play action. He's rolling right. He's got time. He's got option. Throws it left side, and he's going to try to make some few misses over here. Hit the circle button with the spin move, and that's going to be a first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I mean? Hit that circle button on them. You know what I mean? You can't stop the circle button. Brett says, Matt, I'm sorry I'm late to the party. I appreciate you getting here. You here, Brett? You here with us now, rocking with us. Here we go. We're also getting updates about the Brewers game. Strikeout, 2 down, guy on first. So there we go. I think it's still 3-3 in that Brewers game. And we're going to have Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's looking to throw a quick pass right side, and it's going to be to Worthy. He's back in the game, and he's trying to get to that first down, but he's not going to get there. So Worthy back in the game after that injury, so I'm glad to see that. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Clock is ticking. It's going to be second down. Frosty said 97-mile-an-hour slider is crazy. That is crazy. I could do it, though. You know, I mean, I never did it on video, but I could do it. You know what I mean? 6:23 to go in the third quarter. Second down and 4.
That's how fast we can eat a slider.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I can get after it on sliders, baby. 2nd and 4. Patrick Mahomes going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to run this thing. He bounces it back. That's going to be a first down. He's past the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. I think they're on that side of the field, right? 1st and 10. This is a battle right here, baby. This is a battle. Monday Night Football. Yeah, so let's see what they're going to get. He bounces this thing left side. That was a good run. Good block by Kelsey over there. And they're going to get past the 30. So they're going to be about 27 yards to the end zone, give or take. We'll see where they mark it. But let's see. Oh, he gets something like, let me tell you a little something. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes will toss this thing left side real quick one time. And that's going to be another first down for the Kansas City Chiefs as Taylor Swift slides across the bottom of your screen. I don't think she's at this game because we haven't seen her. You know, they usually show her if she's there, so I don't think she's there. Monday Night Football, she's probably doing a concert. She has dropped a new album from what I heard on the internet. And my wife jamming it. 1st down and 10. Here we go. 5:01 to go in the third quarter. Patrick Mahomes is gonna be in shotgun. Man to his left. He's back to throw. He's got a clean pocket, throwing it right side of the end zone. Overthrown or some miscommunications, but that was not catchable. So we got end of the top of the third in the Brewers game. I think it's going to still be a 3-3 ball game over there. Is that correct?
Still 3-3.
There we go. 3-3, bottom of the third. So there's your update for the Brewers game. And now we're at 2nd down and 10 in this ball game. Tied up at 14. The play clock's inside 10 seconds. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. Ball at the 16-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's looking to throw. He's looking for the screen. It wasn't there. Now he's running right. I think he's going to keep it, and he's going to get to about the 8-yard line. So I think that was a screen pass, right? What they wanted to go to there, it looked like anyways. And then I think he was afraid to throw it after that because I think his offensive linemen were running upfield. So if he'd have thrown it, they might have had a legal man downfield. That's why I think he kept it and run because he didn't have like a big hole to run there. He had a little bit, but I think that he didn't want to throw it because it would have been a penalty. 3rd down and 2. I'm just guessing, you know what I mean? I'm just guessing. I'm just a guy in my basement. 4:13 to go in the third quarter. Matt Nagy over there.
Matt, here we go. That sounded really educated the way you said it.
I mean, it's an 8-play drive right here, 60 yards, 4:39 to go, or 4:39 in this drive. Patrick Mahomes back to throw, middle of the field. That's going to be a first down. Down to inside the 5-yard line to Brown. 1st and goal. The Chiefs got something brewing here. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Big chunk of time, you know what I mean, off this third quarter right here. Yeah, just sit down in the hole right there, bud. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do right there. Got open, knew he was going to get hit. Took that shot, ate it. That's what you like to see. You know what I mean? That was a good play right there. What should we expect from the Pack this week? I think we'll get right back to that. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. and then he's going to hand this thing off. They're going to try to run this thing up the middle. Nothing there. Back to line of scrimmage. But what should we expect from the Pack this week? I think coming back, I think you're going to see some guys get coming back off injuries. Christian Watson's practicing now. I don't expect him to play this week. I think that he'll just practice. But hopefully the offensive line, hopefully Zach Thomas come back. I haven't really seen anything so far. I'm going to look at a lot of it tomorrow. We have a podcast tomorrow at 7:30. We're going to talk about who we know is practicing and whatnot. We're going to see what's going on there. But hopefully the offensive line plays better. I think that's the key thing for the Packers. But here we go. We're going to have ourselves 2nd down and goal. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's looking to throw. Throws it. Oh, intercepted by the Jaguars. He gets the 10. He cuts it up 15, 20. Still on his feet to the 30. He's still on his feet. 50, 40, 30. 20, still going 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars, Patrick Mahomes, pick 6, baby, 20-14, the Jaguars take the lead, are you kidding me? What a big-time play right there. That reminded me of that, the old Harrison, Super Bowl when the Steelers rumble and tumble down the field. He was running the opposite direction, but he just kept her moving. Oh my goodness, what a big-time play. No way. Scoreboard, baby. What a magnificent turn of events over here in this Monday Night Football fiasco. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Woot, woot is right, baby. Here comes the extra point. It's get it. Big get, you know what I mean? 2:19 to go in the third quarter, and the Jaguars have the lead. And don't forget about the touchdown they left on the table. The Jaguars team might be for real. They are 3-1 with a win today. Go to 4-1. They're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs don't have a good start, but the Chiefs are a team that you can never bet against. But right here, the Jaguars taking it to them 21-14, and absolutely beautiful. We're going to come back after. I you know what I mean? We're going to be right back after these messages.
What the hell's going on out here? Get him out of there, will you?
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at QuikTrip.com/sweepstakes.
Any news, Dan?
Not yet. All right, so we missed this return. We have a big-time return, but the Chiefs over here. Is this happening right now? Past the 40-yard line into the flag on a play? So there's an absolute banger of a return. He's on the other side of the 40-yard line. Patrick Mahomes is coming out here on the field. Chiefs down 21-14. That was like a very quick little kickoff there. I was unprepared, I was doing some stuff over here. Using the rest area, you know what I mean? We have some stuff going on in the Brewer game. We'll get to that over here after this flag. Figure out what's going on in this game. Holding on the return team. Holding on the return team. We're going to see where this thing starts at, but that was a big-time penalty. Big-time mistake for the Chiefs. He's shaking his head. No, he does not agree with it. "61-yard return taken away," and I don't know. Yeah, I guess what you're going to do. 61-yard return taken away on a holding. All right, so let's catch back up over here. Let's catch back up. All right, here comes the meat of the Brewers lineup. We're going to get to this Brewers updates here in a second. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes is rolling right out of shotgun. I think he's going to try to run with it. No, he throws it last second. That's going to be a first down to Worthy.
It is now 4-3 Brewers right now in the bottom.
4-3 Brewers. All right, so I'm trying to scroll down here. I'm kind of behind on the. We got a home run over here by the Brewers. So I don't know. We're trying to look to see if Worthy was in. I automatically assume he is. He's on my fantasy team. He must be. So it's 4-3 Brewers, like Vinny Boy, the producer, just said. Here we go. First down and 10. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's got a man in motion. They're at the 39-yard line. Patrick Mahomes is back to throw. He's looking right now. He goes left and he gets rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. All right, so let me scroll past. I had to skip through some comments over here. Was that Yelich with the home run? Is that what we're talking about? All right, so Joey says, this game is actually insane. Not going to lie. I thought Jags were 1-3 and it would be a blowout, but dang. Devol! Yeah, dude, they are 3-1. I even said 3-1, and the Chiefs are 2-2. I expected the Chiefs to blow them up. And even with the Jaguars giving away a touchdown on that fumble early in the game, they're still with the lead right here. This could be easily, 28-14 over here. But Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's looking. He's dancing around back there. He's got time. It's going to be completed. And they're going to get him not a first down. It's going to be third down and a couple over here. That was to Worthy. 1:13 to go in the third quarter. Potty break is my fave. You know what I mean? I got stuff to do over here sometimes. Third down and 2. Here we go. Pitch and change. Yelly on first with 2 outs. There we go, Philly boy. Appreciate you. Third down and 2. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Dude, the defense got something. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes back to throw. He's looking. He's running out of time. He's going to run it. First down. He's still moving close to the 40-yard line. Patrick Mahomes makes it happen on his own. And now they're down to 31 seconds. The clock is ticking here to the end of the third quarter. They might get in our playoff over here. The play clock's down to 23, so they're going to have to run a play here before third quarter. And yeah, we'll get back to that after this play over here. What's going on? First and 10, we're down to 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Oh, no, they don't have to call a play. That was the opposite. But they're going to run it anyways. Running it left side, and he's going to do a little spin move, and that's going to be about a 7-yard gain. But there's a flag on the play. Hold it on the offense. That's coming back. The Chiefs are getting some penalties. You know what I mean? So let's get to some of these comments. I don't know why this is happening. I can't really see it over here because something's covering it. That catch from Travis Hunter where he jumped like 5 feet in the air and looked like he had 2 guys on him was insane. Not sure how he didn't hurt himself or fumble that ball. Yeah, dude, that was a big time play. They're going to commercial over here. Okay, now that's gone. All right. I had something like stuck on my screen. It wouldn't go away, so I couldn't. It's hard to read everything. But we're in the third inning over here, that Brewers game. Here we go. And Joey says, wonder if it's still true that Mahomes leads the team in rushing yards so far this season. Could be. I'm not sure. But yeah, we got to get this defense rolling. I mean, I won't lie, I'm kind of rooting for the Jags. I'm not a Chiefs hater by any means, but because I like Patrick Mahomes and I actually like Kelsey. You know, I know people have their opinions on him, whatever. I think he's a fun guy, whatever. But I think that the Jags are a team that have sucked like forever. I'd like to see the Jaguars get some success right here. 21-14. They had a big mistake over here with that fumble. You know, trying to get the quarterback sneak across the plane there, and so they basically left a touchdown on the field. You know, Chiefs went right down the field and scored a touchdown that went the whole distance. So you got to give them props for that. But the Jaguars left points on the board. So the Jags are getting after it right here. And make sure I'm going to scroll up here, make sure I didn't miss anything.
A quick update for you.
What do you got? What do you got, Vinny Boy? What the update? You got to get that update, man.
Break news. Patrick Mahomes is the leader in rushing on the team.
There you go. Patrick Mahomes is the Chiefs' leading rusher. I didn't see it live, but I watched your trivia show. I had no idea the Packers were anything besides Acme and Green Bay Packers. Yeah, they you know, back in the day, you know, that's the thing. Like back in the day, like the beginning times of a history, even like the Bears, like they had so many different names. Packers had a few too. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for, education purposes only. You know what I mean? Stacy, meet you. I'm in for the Jags. Yeah, I like them because you know they've struggled for a long time. I mean, they're not a very old history team. They've been around since the 90s or whatever. But you know, you'd like to see them have a little bit of success, you know. And I thought Doug Peterson, they hired him. I thought that was a good move. Just wasn't, it just didn't work out for him. I think Doug Peterson's a heck of a coach. But didn't work out. But, you know, right now, they're up right here against the Chiefs, and they have themselves a winning record. And if they win this game, that's going to open some eyeballs about this Jacksonville Jaguars team. Mahomes is the best, escorted him and Brittany around at the NCAA Final Four here, and there we go. I don't know, what's that, in Minneapolis? Is that the short for? Yeah, I got no beef with Mahomes. I like Mahomes. Seems like a good dude. I got no beef with the Chiefs or any team besides the ones in our division. Because screw them. That's why, you know what I mean? First down and 19. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Now he's got a man in motion. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's throwing deep right side, looking for the whole thing. Overthrown, incomplete. Worthy's asking for a flag, dude. You're on my fantasy team, but dude, shut it up. All right. First of all, you were like clamped up. What was that, double, triple coverage, looking for a flag? Dude, that was way overthrown. That was not a good play. It makes you look silly when you look for a flag on every single play that doesn't go your way. You know what I mean? I just noticed Heisenberg in the background. Dude, he's a personal hero of mine. You know what I mean? We got Heisenberg, we got Richard Pryor, we got Chris Farley. You know, we might add some more stuff. I have some other ideas. I like to put, like, you know, we got Tony Soprano, the whole crew over here, you know. I like to mix it up. Over here, we got the Goodfellas pitcher. Remember, you got one point this way, 1 point that way. You know what I mean? But here we go. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. I think the play clock's running out, so I think they're going to call a timeout over here. Oh, delay of game. Delay of game. I love watching a good old upset game, except when it's the Pack being upset. Curse you, Browns. I'm not sure this is an upset because the Jaguars actually have a better record than the Chiefs, but I just think the Chiefs are a team people expect to right that ship. Monday Night Football, you expect the Chiefs to come out and do their thing, which I expected. I think I picked the Chiefs. I'm sure I did. Doug Peterson is a great guy. Absolutely. You know, the former backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be in shotgun. He's changed some stuff up at the line. Second down and 24. They got a ways to go here. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's throwing it deep right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The Jags defensive cornerback went out there and snatched that thing out of the sky like he was Jesus himself. Third down and 24. Get this one over here. Ivan also agreed. Great to see him win a Super Bowl. Also here in Minneapolis. There you go. The Miz is now on fire. Chiefs were favored money line and spread, but I bet the Jags. All right, so yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, it makes sense because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs, you know what I mean, even though the record. Third down and 24, Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's looking. Oh, he wants to launch this thing. He wants the whole thing. Now he's going to run it, though. He had nothing open, and he's going to try to make some dudes miss, and he's going to get back to, I think, the original line of scrimmage maybe, but it's going to be 4th down. See, the Patrick Mahomes, he's trying to force that thing downfield. I mean, it's 21-14, not a big thing, but he knows like what this offense can do, and he's trying to. But shout out to the Jags because they're not making it easy for him. They're not making it easy for him, baby. Trying to fight that flag there, Vinny. Out of all these new head coaches, Vrabel, Pete Carroll, Ben Johnson, etc. All right, we're gonna have a punting situation over here. I don't think anyone saw the goofball Liam Cohen as the one of the better records so far. Here comes the punt. The Chiefs get this thing off, and he's going to fair catch this thing about the 12-yard line. All right, so Jaguars, listen to me. Just don't make no mistakes. Play football. Don't get conservative and crazy, but just don't fumble the ball. Don't have any turnovers. Don't do anything stupid, and you got a good chance to win this game right here. Deb says Doug Peterson is one who told Brett his dad died. Never forget that. Yeah, Doug Peterson, he's a big part of Packers history. I mean, he was a very long-standing backup quarterback. He was an important part of Brett Favre, kind of in his peak years, early on. Doug Peterson was a big part of that because backup quarterback, especially back then, they were always like helping, showing like, hey, this is what I see. Even in film room, Favre has talked about this. Doug Peterson was so important for him. He was I forget how many years he was a backup quarterback over there, but Doug Peterson, I think he had a big part of that. And then that's probably why he's a head coach now. You know what I mean? I think he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a head coach this year. I don't know what is Doug Peterson doing these days, but I think he's a good football coach. I think he is. All right, so let's see what Frosty's talking about. He said, The Miz is pitching. Can you imagine the kid gets consistent this postseason? You know what I mean? Let's get after it. Who is your favorite comedians? Mine are Larry the Cable Guy and Adam Sandler. Favorite comedians, probably George Carlin. George Carlin, I think, is the GOAT of comedy. And then Richard Pryor, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, like when I was a kid, was like the dude. I remember like sneaking away and watching that Eddie Murphy Raw tape, but I was a little kid. But I would say, like current, I would say Bill Burr type guys, but like all time, I think it's Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Who else we got? Who else is out there? But those are like the main ones for me. Like Chris Rock had some really good ones, like Bigger and Blacker. Chris Rock is hilarious. But if I had to say my favorite stand-up comedian, I would say it's George Carlin, though. Number one, George Carlin was awesome. I just watched, there's a documentary on George Carlin, fantastic documentary, because Carlin changed like throughout the years. Like he had a suit, at first, and then he kind of changed how he did it. Like he was iconic in like every era he was in. But anyways, here we go. Absolutely, you know what I mean. Let's see what Stacy's talking about. My son went to a Jags preseason game last year for Jags. I was having open heart surgery in Jacksonville, and a police officer in the hospital gave them tickets to the all liquor and food included room and free parking. I was kind of surprised. When I came to, I called him, and he said that they were at the Jags Stadium. And my son's defense nurse told them they should go to a hotel. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of sketchy, Mike. Here you go. Quick pass over here by the Jags. That's going to be a 2-yard gain. Look at they're showing the moon over here. It's like the bleeding moon, dude. That's some creepy stuff, dude. I work at 4 in the morning, so I'm like driving to work every day at 3. It's crazy. Like I see the moon like when it's clear nights. The moon is creepy, dude. I've been looking at that thing, almost running into deer and stuff, just looking at the moon. 2nd down and 7. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man in right there about the 14-yard line, 14 and a half. Let's see if they can get a drive going. They got to shut this thing out. He's back to throw. He's going to... Interception! Interception! That's what I freaking told you can't do. Interception! Trevor Lawrence is, he's saying, there should have been a flag. I don't know the situation over here. He thinks it should be pass interference. I don't know, but that was thrown directly to the defender. And that's what you can't do, bro. These good teams, they'll find ways to get the ball and get extra possessions. You're up 7 points, but now you give the Chiefs the ball in great field position. It's kind of irritating to watch. Oh, yeah, we go. Mitch Hedberg, number 1 for me, Eddie Murphy, and the underrated Dennis Leary from back in the day. Dennis Leary is fantastic. I don't know if I'd put him on the all-time great list, but his bits back in the day were fantastic. And Mitch Hedberg is like just on his own kind of category. You know what I mean? His own category. All right, all right. I appreciate these comments. I'm gonna step away for a minute because I do have to use the restroom again. You know, when you be tossing back a few of these, you know what I mean? The bladder gets going. I'll be right back.
What the hell's going on out here? God. Get him out of there, will you?
All right, jumping right back into this because I like some of these comments rolling in. Ivan, we're talking about comedy over here. He said Eddie Murphy Delirious, incredible stand-up show. Charlie over the eating hot dog with third-degree burns. Yeah, I did that. Delirious is great. Raw was great. I think that probably two, I'm not sure that many comedians had two back-to-back great shows like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we go. Frosty the Snowman, he said, right now I'd say Shane Gillis is clean Nate Bargatz. I like Nate a lot. I can't say his last name real good. Both those guys are great for the current dudes doing it. Nate's hilarious. But we're back over here. They're showing the replay over here to this interception. But here we go. Patrick Mahomes is going to be rolling left. They got a big break here, and they're going to be getting an easy touchdown. It's going to be to the 5-yard line right here. It irritates me, dude. Just don't play stupid. You're playing a good football team. You throw it right to them. What are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? We're getting props with that potty break music there, Vinny boy. Went on a heater at the MGM in 2001. Carlin was playing. All right, we're going to go right back to that comment here. But we got first down and goal, 12:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to go up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Chiefs. Easy touchdown because the Jaguars screwed up. You gave them, you took one touchdown away from yourself down at the 1-yard line, and now you just gave them an easy touchdown. Basically, just gave another one. You gave 14 points away in this ball game, Jaguars. How do you expect to do anything if you were going to play like that? It just drives you crazy. Like, not rooting against the Chiefs. I don't care. It's AFC. But, like, dude, like, you're in a position, and you just screw it up. If you want to go to that next level, you better step your game up, Jaguars. All right, here comes the extra point to tie this ball game up, and it's up. It's gonna be good. So 21-21. I went on a heater at the MGM 2021. Carlin was playing, so I bought tickets for the whole group with champagne service. Carlin was brilliant, perpetually ahead of the game. Yeah, dude, Carlin was the absolute goat, dude. Just his wordplay and like how he works stuff in. I have no idea how he remembered stuff. Like he was just absolute. I don't think anyone said more words in a comedy special than George Carlin. You know, he was an absolute baller. I should get a George Carlin picture back here. You know what I mean? Here we go. Hit by pitch, we in business. All right, so Philly boys got an update over there. Kind of a half of update. You know what I mean? I think he's typing in the comment section like we're watching the game. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? They screwed it up. Jags screwed it up. And now we got ourselves a tie ball game, 21-21. Dude, I think Carlin one of his best bits is talking about the difference between baseball and football, which is funny because football game and kind of talking baseball in comments. But he talks about like how in baseball it's an error, like whoops, whoopsie. In football it's a penalty. If you haven't watched that, I'm not gonna do the whole thing because I'll kill it. I don't mean it in a good way either. But go search YouTube, George Carlin, the difference between football and baseball. It's one of the most hilarious bits you'll ever see. But here we go. Talking about the Brewers over here. One out, one on. Comedian, Mount Rushmore, Pryor, Hedberg, Carlin, Murphy, Chinamine. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. I wouldn't argue with that. I don't know who you would put. I know a lot of people put Dave Chappelle.
We all seem to be forgetting the late great Sam Kinison too.
Yeah, Sam Kinison. I don't know if I'd put him on that same list as those guys. I like Sam Kinison a lot. I think he was awesome.
Well,
but I'm not sure I'd put him.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield was awesome too. I mean, he's definitely like on. You talk about Mount Rushmore, especially he influenced so many people. Rodney Dangerfield. I mean, I think he's really hilarious, but to me, I wouldn't put him above, personally, like Pryor or Carlin, Murphy. Hedberg is different. I think Hedberg might be in that same thing for me, but as Dangerfield, they're like hilarious. I don't know. It's tough because there's so many great comedians, and I've been watching like stand-up comedians since I was like a little kid. I used to sneak away and watching Comedy Central back in the day. We just have random comedians on. I think all the Kevin Hart and all the people that you see today that are famous, even Dane Cook. I mean, some that are were famous. But I remember watching them all on Comedy Central because I would just watch it all day long, just trying to find see stand-up comedians. But you know what I mean. All right, Phil's not watching the game either. All right, so here, Newhart, throwback, you know what I mean? We're going to have a kickoff here. We're going to have it about the 3-yard line. The Jags are running 20, 25, 30. He's trying to make some dudes miss, and he's going to get the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Nice little return for the Jaguars. Can he clean it up? Can he get it back together? If the Jaguars win this game, they're got to be one of the better teams that just make mistakes and make it way harder than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle is hilarious. I think he's one of the greats. But for me, I don't put him on that top sphere with the other ones, and that's just me. I know a lot of people won't agree with that, and I think Dave Chappelle's hilarious. But I think he's one of the greats. But like Steve Martin type of dudes, it's so hard to say who's on the top tier, because Steve Martin was next level back in the day. Here we go. We're going to have a handoff up the middle by the Jaguars. He's going to get about 3 yards on that, it looks like. But yeah, Steve Martin, how do you because obviously way back in the day, but if you watch Steve Martin stand up back in the day, it was just next level, especially at that time, how much different it was than what everyone else was doing.
So you don't put him on a top shelf?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's tough, that top shelf. How many people are you going to have up there?
Well,
we might do a whole podcast someday just talking about stand-up comedy, because I could talk about comedy all day long. 2nd down and 5 over here. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center. 46-yard line. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to bounce this thing right side. Now he cuts it up the middle, and that's going to be about 3rd down and 2 after that run, bro. We got something rolling over here. That we never think about Half-Baked. He's in rehab and he says that. I can't say that line right here, but that's hilarious. I don't think we're talking about the same one, that Dave Chappelle line.
Hey, the whole story about the dog in that movie was hilarious.
Yeah. That was a good movie. 3rd down and 2. 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. You're going to be in shotgun. Trevor Lawrence. He's got a man to his left. Now he's got a man in motion. He's back to throw on 3rd and 2. You got to get rid of it. He's running left. Is he going to try to run for the 1st down? You can run for it, Trevor. There he goes. Bounces out of bounds, and that's going to be a 1st down. We got ourselves a ball game here. 10:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Tie ball game. The Jaguars should be up by 2 touchdowns right now, though. I ain't going to lie to you. Steve Martin for sure, but I totally forgot. Robin Williams, GOAT in his own right. Dude, Robin Williams, the bit Robin Williams has about inventing the game of golf. Go on YouTube. That's another one. Go on YouTube, search Robin Williams inventing of golf or whatever. There's like a really long bit he does like on stage, one of his specials. One of the funniest jokes you'll ever hear. One of my favorites. Here we go. We're gonna have a toss here. Trevor Lawrence gonna toss it right side. He's gonna try to bounce this thing to the middle a little bit, and he got a little bit out of that. That was first down and 10. There's a flag on the play though. I mean, yeah, there's a difference between comedians and stand-up comedians. Like, stand-up comedians are on stage. We're going to have a flag here. Let's see what this is. Hold it on the defense. Because when you talk about comedians, I think Chris Farley is one of the funnier people that's ever lived on the earth. But he's not a stand-up comedian, so that's all different, you know. Stand-up comedians and comedians are different, for sure. But here we go. Brewers, is this real? Brewers are up 7-3?
That is confirmed.
Oh my goodness. Here
7-3.
we go. Brewers are up 7-3. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center. He's got a man in the backfield. 9:48 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10. He's going to no, he's play action. He's looking to throw. He's got time. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Good coverage by the Chiefs. Kind of came back, kind of sunk back in the middle of the field, but they were ready for that. But 3-run homer. Let's give him some fireworks. Let's get the fireworks, Vinny. Hit him with the fireworks, baby. Here we go. Brewers up 7-3, baby.
You know what I have to say
3-1
about that?
homer.
Now, I mean, I'm old enough to remember. I was 12 when they went to the World Series in '82. Okay,
I was 3.
I would love to see them go and actually do it this time, so I can stop talking about '82. You know?
Yeah, we're like the Bears over here with 85.
And don't get me wrong, I love the '82 Brewers, but it'd be nice to talk about a new one. You know?
Yeah, most definitely. That'd be awesome. Brewers win the World Series. See, I'm a Brewers fan, like I say, but I'm not a big baseball fan. But we had an incomplete pass over there, Trevor Lawrence. It's 3rd down and 13 now. But yeah, I would like to see it. I would like to see it. I mean, I represent the Brewers. I got Brewers gear. I've been to a lot of Brewers games actually. I was actually a Brewers ambassador for a year. Where like the Brewers gave me free tickets, and I went there and I did stuff. I got to slide on the thing with what's his face. Here we go, 3rd down and 13. Trevor Lawrence is gonna be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's back to throw. They're coming after him. He gets rid of it. It's gonna be complete. He's trying to cut it back. He's trying to go the other way, and he's not gonna be able to get a 1st down. That was 3rd down and 13. I thought he had a shot at it. He was fighting all he could. But it's going to be 4th down, and I think probably about 8:30 to 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, my goodness, we got something going. Karen, give us some stand-up. Yeah, Lucille Ball was hilarious. Lucille Ball is one of the original funny humans that we know of on the planet. I used to watch that. I Love Lucy. I could watch I Love Lucy right now. It was hilarious, ahead of its time. Like the physical comedy, like she was like the absolute originator of that. Here comes the field goal attempt, 52-yarder, and that's going to be up. It's going to be good. I think that might have hit me, you know what I mean? I wasn't ready. I was reading the comment over there, but absolutely.
Gotcha.
We should get a scoreboard. How many of those hit me? Get a little score counter on the side. Lawrence loves number 7, but he kind of sucks. Should use Hunter more. There you go. All right, so here we go. We got ourselves a ball game, 24-21. And here we go. We're going to stay right here, though. We're not going nowhere. I got a full beer here. We're ready to go. We got scoreboard a little bit late, Phil. You know, I ain't going to lie to you. You're off your game a little bit, but I absolutely some other great ones from that Carol Burnett show. All those absolute legends.
The dentist sketch from that show was
those sketches back in the day were like none other. I'm telling you, dude, we could have a whole show just talking about community, because a lot of them I didn't really pop in my head. But yeah, there's some great funny people. I saw like my only stand-up comedian I ever saw. I saw Dane Cook live in Green Bay one time, and then Tom Crabtree. That's would be like when I was meeting Tom Crabtree. First time I met him in person, he DM'd me and said, "Hey, I'm at the Dane Cook concert too. My wife couldn't go. I have an extra meet and greet ticket. You can come meet Dane Cook with me after the game or after the show." So I met up with Tom Crabtree, ditched my brother-in-law. I was like, "Peace out, bro. I'm gonna go hang out with Tom Crabtree." And then we met Dane Cook, and it was funny because like they gave you this orders like when you first doing the meet and greet thing, like don't touch them, don't do anything weird. The lady like right ahead of us, like a couple spots ahead of us, was all hammered, and she ran at Dane Cook and jumped in the air with her arms and legs like spread apart and like to like clamp on him and hug him and stuff. And then this massive security guard just like grabbed her and like drug her out of there. It was like greatest thing I ever saw in my life. Dane Cook kind of just like squeezed up and like as she jumped at him, and then a security guy grabbed him and he drug her off. It was great. And then they're like, "Don't do that." I was like, "I'll try to resist myself." You know what I mean? I'll try not to run at him and hug him midair. But that was kind of cool. But it was cool to hang out with Tom Cratchit. And I do remember because we were doing that meet and greet. So like all the opener comedians were coming up and talking to all the fans, like going in line for the meet and greet. And I made the comedians laugh. I said something, I forgot what I said, but he laughed. I was like, I made a comedian laugh. You know what I mean? He might have been like, this guy's an idiot. But either way, the guy laughed. But here we go. We're coming back from commercial over here. 8:08 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm just rambling. Here we go. It's going to be a return over here from about the 9-yard line. He's at the 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to get to about the 31-yard line. But we got the Matt Ramage Show. Go check out the old podcast. You know what I mean? And you're going to listen to some, some bangers over there. You know what I mean? So check out the Matt Ramage Show. Apple, Spotify, all the places that you listen to podcasts. You know what I mean? But I want to get to that Phil comment because we have a flag on the play, though. Illegal double team block. Half the distance to the goal, and it's going to be first down. But Philly Boy said, "I'm sorry, Matt. Dane Cook." Dude, first of all, Dane Cook, he had some good specials. I don't put him, obviously, like at the top of the top. But Dane Cook was like one of the originators. First of all, he was back on MySpace. That's kind of how he got found. Dane Cook was like the beginning of social media and comedians. And he had some really good shows, dude. It was hilarious when I was in to see him. Like I said, I don't put him like at the top of the top or whatever. But he's got some good stuff, you know what I mean? He's a funny guy. I enjoyed this show. Here we go. 8:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. It's 1st and 10. Can they get something going? They're down 3. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to run this thing left side. He gets blasted. That looked like a little helmet-to-helmet action. He's yelling at the ref, bro. You see helmet-to-helmet right here? The blue-collar guys, yeah, they were funny too. Jeff Foxworthy, cable guy. Ron White, I think he's hilarious. Here we go. Full beer. Let freaking go. Should be a great finish. More modern day. Daniel Tosh too is also effing hilarious. Yeah, I think a lot of guys, they have their spots. Here we go. We're gonna be in shotgun. Patrick Mahomes. He's got a man to his left. Play clock's down to 2. The ball is snapped. He's back to throw. He's gonna run this thing left side. He's got room at the first down. He's at the 30, running towards the 35. He runs out of bounds. What the 34-yard line. Tim Allen, I never really got into his stand-up. His sitcoms I watch, Home Improvement and whatnot. But I was never, that was kind of back in the day or whatever when he was kind of doing a stand-up thing. But never really was big into his stand-up. But his sitcoms are all right, you know what I mean? Carol Burnett show, none of them could keep a straight face. Harvey Korman lost it during the dentist episode. Yeah, that show that's an absolute classic. But here we go. 1st down and 10, 6:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's rolling left. Now he's not. He's planting. He's looking. Completed. He's hit immediately. I think it's going to be really close to a first down. We're going to see if they give it to him. I don't think they are, but 6:23 to go in the fourth. I know one thing. We don't do no overtimes. Oh, yeah, remember Gallagher? He was always throwing that the old watermelon. And Gallagher was getting after it. It's very unique what he was doing. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes out of shotguns and hand this thing out the middle, and they're going to shut it down. On 2nd down and 1, I don't think they got it unless they give him a favor. No, if they give him the 1st and 10. That's That was generous. That's Sledge-O-Matic. Oh, Carrot Top. Carrot Top's still doing his thing, too. Carrot Top, I think he's in Vegas doing his thing. I seen an interview with him. Yeah, he aged for sure. Here we go, 1st down and 10. Shout out to Carrot Top, though, you know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes and Shatkin. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's looking, fake shuffled it right. It throws it left side. He's got a man, and he's going to have 2 defenders, and he's going to go down. So it's going to be 2nd down, I think, in about 4. So if the Jaguars can get the Chiefs here to make a mistake, they can win this game. But, like, the Jags, you know, having a 3-point lead with the mistakes that they've made in this game and the bad things they've done, just, I think kind of shows how good they can be if they clean up a lot of stuff. So we're going to see. What's going on over here? We got some people getting rowdy over in the chat. What did I miss? Here we go. Patrick Mahomes and shotgun. 2nd down and 4. Play clock's down to 2. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's trying to get some room. He's going to go down for the sack. No, he's staying on his feet. Now he's running left side, and he goes down, but I think they got to mark him short. He kind of dove forward. So his knee didn't touch down, I don't think. That was a wild play by Patrick Mahomes there. That's going to be 1st and 10, I guess. I don't know. Here we go, Patrick Mahomes under center. 1st down and 10. 3:43 to go in the 4th quarter. He's been running this thing up the middle, headed off. He leaps a man, and he's going to get to about the 40-yard line before he goes down. So I think that's going to be about 3 yards short. 2nd down, probably 3 or 4. See where they mark it. I mean, I don't think Carrot Top is in the top of anything, but I think he's, you know, back in the day, I used to watch some Carrot Top. If I was in Vegas and Carrot Top is playing, I might go check him out, you know what I mean? But I don't think you can enjoy a comedian without, like, saying he's a top comedian. You could be like, hey, you know, he's got some good stuff, some decent stuff worth watching. But not everyone needs to be a top. 2nd down and 4. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Look at that big old screen they got there. Need to get one of those for the basement. Patrick Mahomes is back to throw. He's looking. That's going to be completed to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be, I think it's Travis Kelce, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Chiefs. We're going to see. We need a little mistake over here if you want the Jags to win this game. See, that's the thing. Playing the Chiefs, you can't make these type of mistakes and expect to win the game. They basically have 14 points on the board off mistakes from the Jaguars. That fumble early in the game, and another one. 1st down and 10. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes, 2:15 to go in the 4th. He's going to toss this thing right side real quick one time, and he's going to be down to about, I would say, got about half of that. It's going to be a 2nd down and 5, 2:05. So we're going to go to the 2-minute warning over here. All right, here we go. We're at the 2-minute warning. We'll be right back. Let's see who wins this game. 21-24 ball game. We'll be right back.
Hey man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there. Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes 50 grand and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at kwiktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet. It's Nicolet. Nicolet Law.
All right, so here we go, and we're still having touchdown fun, apparently. You know what I mean? All right, so how much time is left in this ball game? All right, coming back from commercial right here. Let's see if they can put it on the screen here.
That was just anticipating, Matt.
Yeah.
What's probably gonna happen.
2 minutes. Oh yeah, that was a 2-minute warning. So there's 2 minutes to go in this ball game. We're just coming out of the 2-minute warning. Second down and 5. See how that's how my memory works. 9 plays, 62 yards, 6 away off the clock in this drive. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. They're at the 24-yard line. He's got a man to his right. Now he's got a man in motion. He's going to be play action. He's rolling right. He's got pressure immediately. He's going to try to throw this thing, and it's going to be, was it completed on the sideline? It was. The ref is saying that it's a catch. So it's going to be first down and goal. 1:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's check the replay. Did he get everything in bounds? Oh, nice catch, dude. That is what you want. That's the type of stuff that makes Ocho Cinco cry right there. There's a reviewing it. What are they reviewing? Did he bobble the ball? His feet were definitely in. What would the challenge be? That's the hilarious challenge. That is like, what a horrendous challenge there. That is a horrendous. That may be the worst challenges ever. And top of the 5th. So there we go. Update over there in the Brewer game. But yeah, 1:53 to go, and I don't understand that challenge at all. No, we got Trevor Lawrence picking his nose on TV here. First and goal. They're close up on him.
You caught that.
There's a close up on it too. They're like, hey, let's just zoom in on this dude getting after it. Over there picking berries, you know what I mean? First down and goal. Yeah, there's no way, I don't understand that whole thing that happened. 28-37, Patrick Mahomes is tonight. 307 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 60 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle right here, and the Chiefs are going to be 1 yard away from the end zone. 1:45 to go. The clock is ticking. Chiefs have all 3 timeouts. The Jaguars have all 3 timeouts. So if the Chiefs score too quick here, the Jaguars will have some time. Just saying, Manning Cass is indefinitely better than Joe Buck and Aikman. I agree with that. I like that they have like interviews and they have people on. It's cool sometimes, as long as it's not your team playing. Aren't inside 2 minutes? It's automatic challenge. I think only like for touchdowns. I'm not sure if it's for everything. But yeah, if it is a challenge, it's them upstairs. That's why I think it happened so fast. So they might have looked at it and they, all right. Because when it's an actual challenge, like coach's challenge, I feel like they're looking. But if it's upstairs, they look at it like, oh no, we're wrong. So I think that's why it was so quick. Second down and goal. 11-play drive, 84 yards, 6:20 off the clock. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. And he's going to hand this thing off. He's going right side. Touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. They're up 3 points right here with an extra point to come. And the Jaguars, dude, they're gonna have something to say about that. I don't think this game will go in overtime because they hit the extra point right here. That should end the overtime situation. But yeah, The Jaguars, dude, they screwed themselves in this game. That was a 12-play drive, 86 yards, 6:23 off the clock. Here comes the extra point with 1:45 to go in the fourth, and yeet! I was ahead of you on that one.
No, I tried to delay a little bit to catch you off guard to try to get you.
Yeah.
But
I was already like muscle memory. It was just like, people think I'm doing limbo over here. You know what I mean? 1:45 to go in this ball game. 28-24. We have a 4-point ball game. Can the Jaguars go down here and score a touchdown? Because that's what they're going to need if they want to win this game. They basically have 14 points. Just gave it away. 8 game-winning drives in fourth quarter overtime for Trevor Lawrence in his 5th season. It's crazy that that's his 5th season already.
Everybody should chime in. Who's all tired of seeing the Chiefs win? Seriously.
Yeah, people are sick of it. They're 2-2 right now. Ooh, okay. So the Jags win this game with a 100 touchdown. Let me know. How do you think this game's going to end? Hammer the chat. Let me know. You think the Chiefs win? You think the Jags win? How do you think it goes down? Is there going to be a fluky touchdown? I saw someone up here say that. Yeah, just unless there's a fluke of a play, we're going to see. But the Chiefs kick this thing off over here. And that might go out of bounds. Let it go out of bounds. And that's going to be a flag. So there you go. The Chiefs kick it out of bounds. I don't understand how this happens in the NFL. I get there trying to kick it to the sideline, put them in a better position for the return coverage. But scoreboard is yours, Phil. Can't do it for the Chiefs anymore. She's like, I'm not interested in this job anymore.
The Jags get it on the 40.
Yep, so there you go. They're going to start this thing on the 40. 60 yards to go to the end zone, 1:45 to go. They have 2 timeouts. Can the Jaguars get it done? They got enough time. They got enough timeouts. Today they have 267 yards versus the Chiefs 465 yards. Can they get it done here? Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's making some plays. Now he's got a man in motion. They're good, they say. All right, back to throw. He's looking, and he's going to try to roll right. He's dancing around. Now he's rolling right. He was rolling left. Now he's rolling right. I said it wrong. But he's trying to cut it in. He's trying to run for it, and he's going to get past the 45-yard line. Nice little 6-yard scamper. He's putting his life on the line for this drive right here. 1:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking. It's 2nd down and 4. They're trying to hurry things up. They got 2 timeouts, but they ain't going to use them yet. Trevor Lawrence, he's changing some stuff up. He's in shotgun. A man to his right. Dude, wasted so much time there, Mr. Trevor. Come on. Snap the ball. Are you ready? 110, 109. He's back to throw. He's going to have pressure coming right side. He's running left. He's got to get rid of it. He does not. He gets sacked. Oh, my goodness. What a horrible state of events that was. All that time off the clock to run left and get sacked. Good job.
I was having the button ready just in case.
For Jags, we knew Chiefs would either score or kick a field goal. The fact they have 1:45 left, yeah, it is. But I don't know, they're not really doing a lot with it right now. I don't get why homie up top, like the wide receiver up top, why wasn't he running back? Trevor Lawrence is rolling to his left. I mean, he really doesn't. He's kind of in running mode, but still, why isn't the wide receiver coming back down, kind of give him something to throw to? 3rd down and 7 here, 1:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. This is it. Big play right here. I mean, obviously, it's 4-down territory, but big time play right here. 3rd down and 7. He's back to throw. They're coming. He's got time. He throws it deep. Right side. Oh, my goodness. Completed on the sideline. Out of bounds. Big time play for the Jaguars. What a throw. What a catch. That was freakish, bro. That was freakish. Let's watch the replay. Look at this, right over the hands of the Chiefs defender. That ball was right where it needed to be. That was such a beautiful pass. Say what you want about Trevor Lawrence. That throw was stupid. Pressure in his face. Got it just over the fingertips of the Chiefs player. Basically double coverage. He had the safety coming over for help. He got it in there. Great catch as well. First down and 10. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Now they're inside the 25-yard line. He's back to throw. He's got time, throws it left side, and that's going to be completed out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. 48 seconds to go. One timeout remaining for the Jaguars. Oh, my goodness. What a finish this is. What a finish this game is. This is a really, really good football game. Absolute dot it was. That was a good play, too, that play right after. This is a big moment in Trevor's career, for real. This is. He's like, I'm here, dude. I'm here. I'm right here. First down and 10, 48 seconds to go. Trevor Lawrence taking on the whole Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? He's in shotgun. He's back to throw about the 11.5-yard line. 48 seconds, dude. This is it. This is game time right here. Trevor Lawrence looking for the end zone, and he's going to incomplete. Kind of threw it there. Kind of a, I don't know what you call it, kind of a slow ball, but there was good coverage by the Chiefs. Incomplete. If he'd kind of thrown a, slanging in there a little bit more, maybe, I don't know. Could have been different. But now we're at 44 seconds. Second down and 10. Checking his replay. Oh, he had hands all over him, though. The Chiefs defender was like all over him. I don't know about that. Yeah, this is a good football game right here. This is what makes live streaming these games fun. Watching games like this. Obviously, Packer games are more fun, but you know what I mean? Second and 10, Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun, empty backfield. All right, here we go. 11.5-yard line. Come on, Trevor. What do you got? This is game time. Play clock's down. How are you doing? Oh, my God. They's got to delay a game. Are you freaking kidding me? Dude, that's why, are they not ready yet? Are they not ready for the big time yet? What are you doing, bro? 44 seconds to go. You're down here on the 11-yard line, and you get a freaking delay a game, dude? Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, if I was a Jaguars fan, I'd be losing my mind right here. Second down and 15 now. Trevor Lawrence going to be in shotgun, empty backfield, now at about the 16.5-yard line because of their foolishness. And now Trevor's back to throw. He tosses it quick on a little wide receiver screen over here, and he's not going to get a lot. He's going to get about to a 12, 13-yard line. That was to Brown. A win or lose to play this close with the literal dynasty is a win for the Jags. Big step toward their growth. No, they got to win this game, though, dude. They were in control. They were the better team today. I mean, you look at the yards here. Patrick Mahomes had a better day, 307 passing yards versus 222. But he had 60 rushing yards. But Trevor Lawrence had 53. But both had a rushing touchdown. But I think the Jags just played better. They just made some mistakes. That quarterback sneak early in the game was huge. Took a touchdown literally off the board. The Chiefs went right down the field and went 98 yards, whatever it was. Now it's third down and 13. 38 seconds. Get the touchdown, bro. Go for the touchdown. Take 2 shots for the end zone right here. You're at the 14-yard line. Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's got time. No, he's running out. He's got throws it in the end zone. Incomplete. Flags, and they're going to be pass interference. They're going to call it to the Chiefs. Chiefs are trying to pick up the ball and celebrate like they did something, but that's going to be pass interference. 30 seconds. The Jaguars have no timeouts, but I think they're going to put them right at the goal line. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what they say. Pass interference defense. Ball he plays at the 1-yard line. Now we got something going here. That was definitely pass interference. Now we got something going. I'm excited. This is a good finish. This is what you want. You watch this whole ball game. You're going to see a winner emerge. Will it be the Jaguars? Will it be the Chiefs? They're in a really good position, though. But the Jaguars gave up so many spots. So if they win this game, they are a much better team than the Chiefs, at least how this season is going right now. It's first down and goal. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center. Trevor Lawrence trips. He gets up, now he's trying to run, and he's going to run for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence trips coming out of the snap, falls down, he's falling all over the backfield, gets up, scampers his way, finds the hole, and leaps into the end zone to win the game. But there's a flag on the play. I don't know what this could be. It could be holding with all that going on. Oh, my goodness.
Holding on the Chiefs. Penalty
Holding
declined.
on the Chiefs, penalty declined. The Jaguars get the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely bananas, dude. "23 seconds to go in this ball game. I think this might be like the closest game I've ever called. Probably not. I just forget stuff. But this is one of the. This is a ball game. Here we go. The kick is up. It's gonna be good. 31-28, 23 seconds to go, unless some freakish type stuff happens. The Jaguars are coming out of here with a win. Yeah, so checking his replay, he just trips on his own foot. Like, they love to make mistakes over here in Jacksonville. But Trevor Lawrence is like, not today. I'm going to get up. Let me scamper left one time. Let me make these guys miss. They're falling all over themselves. Let me just leap in the end zone and get this touchdown and the victory real quick. You know what I mean? That was a great play by Trevor Lawrence, even though it was a horrible play to begin with. But he jumped up, made some dudes miss, and just made it wasn't the most athletic looking thing that's ever happened in football, but 6 points nonetheless, you know what I mean? 23 seconds, 3 timeouts, not looking good for Jags. A lot of time for Mahomes. Dude, it ain't happening. Today ain't the day. Luke Ellison here, 7-4 Brewers, top of the 6. No outs. There you go. Bing, bing, bing. Scoreboard, Phil, only because the Jags got a teddy. Oh, it's 7-3, crew. All right, so he had given me wrong information over here. You know what I mean, Luke? Luke, what are you doing? What are you doing? So 23 seconds to go in this ball game. We have the kickoff coming up here. And, like you said, Chiefs got 3 timeouts, 23 seconds. That's a decent amount of time especially for an experienced team. They're going to have the return here from about the 3-yard line. Can they get a decent return? He's going to be at 25. He's looking at 30. He's going to go out of bounds about the 35-yard line. That's 16 seconds. There's a flag. They might be adding some more to that. If that's a 15-yarder, that's going to be huge for the Jaguars, against the Jaguars. So I think it's on the return team, though, holding. All right, so I want to hear Lauren's thoughts on that play. Crap. Oh, my God, I scored. He's like running for his life, you know what I mean? It's like a little deer popping out in traffic, they're just running around. I don't think there'll be a tie. It could be, you know what I mean? I said earlier it couldn't be, but it could be. But 16 seconds, even with all the timeout, that's going to be tough. You got, 70 yards to go. Yeah, that was a massive penalty against the Chiefs right there. So now it's 1st down and 10. They're at, the 17-yard line or so. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Low snap. He's back to throw. He's got time. And he's throwing it deep, and that's going to be almost intercepted. 9 seconds to go. Murray on the Jaguars jumped that route. Should have probably had it. Seemed like it was right in his old paws, but couldn't rake it in. Dude, I can't believe the Jaguars are going to win this game. Even with the mistakes, but, the Chiefs, they handle their business. They feed off mistakes. Oh, no, he kind of got his hand in there and knocked it off. He wasn't really in position to catch it. He got one hand in there, but good play. Good play. 2nd down and 10. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Can a miracle happen for Kansas City? He's back to throw. Yes. Middle of the field. Incomplete. Incomplete. 7 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10. Chiefs kicker has a strong leg, so they don't need much yards to get in range. But, yeah, they need more than they're getting right now, though. You know what I mean? And he can warm up. Unless he can boot in a 70-yarder, I don't think it's happening. 3rd down and 10. They got 7 seconds to go. I was so ready for a late hit flag for Mahomes. Ref's not helping no more, I guess. I guess when you have, you're 2-2, you're a 500 team, bro. We ain't helping you no more. 3rd down and 10. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun, empty. No, man to his left over here. Play clock's down to 3, 2. The ball snap, back to throw, quick pass, middle of the field, and that's going to be a first down to Travis Kelce. 2 seconds ago, they're going to use their timeout, obviously. And now it's time for Hail Mary action. Or do they think their kicker has the biggest leg of all time? I don't think they're close enough. Let's see where they are on the field after this play. Yeah, they're not anywhere near a field goal. So he threw this ball from the 10-yard line. That's going to be caught. Well, that was the incompletion. They're showing plays from like 3 plays ago, dude. Just show what's going on right now, bud. 3 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Their coach looks AI. I don't know what's going on with him. But here we go. 3 seconds to go. They're at the 28-yard line. Long ways to go. About 72 yards to go to the end zone. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. They got 3 wide receivers on top of the screen, 1 on the bottom. All right, so they're shutting this play down.
Well, Lottie frickin'
You got a timeout called over here? You can't call back-to-back timeouts, so that's a flag. Kansas City called a timeout, and then they called another timeout. You can't do that. 5-yard penalty for calling an extra timeout. But I think it's kind of worth the 5-yard penalty. Like if you in a situation where you need to call that second timeout. But I don't know. Wouldn't recommend. I don't know.
Well, I found out that play they're going to be running required that extra 5 yards.
Yeah.
So they had to do it, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want 1st and 10. We want 1st and 15, and we want 3 seconds to go and need about 70-plus yards to get there. All right, here we go for a touchdown. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun, back to throw. They're trying to go for the Hail Mary or whatever. He's dancing around back here. Let's see how far he can throw it. He can throw it to about the 20-yard line, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Kansas City Chiefs fall 2-3, and the Jacksonville Jaguars improve to a 4-1. With all the mistakes the Jaguars made, and they still got that victory. Congratulations, Jacksonville Jaguar fans. You went in there, they got Patrick Mahomes hugging it out with Trevor Lawrence. And there you go. No flags. The game is over. But what's up, Erica? She said that should be a 15-yard penalty for a double time out. No, not 5 yards. I agree with her. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that should be more than 5 yards. I think that calling double timeouts over there. But there you go, dude. The Chiefs lose to the Jaguars. All the mistakes the Jaguars made trying to give it away to the Chiefs almost. 2 key, 14-point swing on that thing. And, dude, that was awesome. You know what I mean? What a game that was. Thanks for the show. Hey, thank you, Deb, Karen, actually, and Deb. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Ivan. Everyone hanging out with me. You know what I mean? We have a show tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Unless Rodgers out there or the Bears are on defense, I don't see a game-winning Hail Mary happening. That was way too far. You know what I mean? But tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be live over here. We're going to be talking Packers coming out of the bye week. A little podcast action getting back for it. You know what I mean? And Ives, thanks for a great game call, man. I appreciate you, Ivan. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Lawrence showed up in crunch time. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to give him props. You know, he made a mistake early. He had some mistakes, but he came through. I don't like that fumble. That's kind of a fluky thing, to kill him for that. Good stream, good game. Can't wait till Packers, Bengals, go Pack, go. I will be here. Come hang out. And also tomorrow night. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. Appreciate you, Deb. Appreciate you, Vince. And, let's give a little shout out, give a round of applause to the producer of the show over here, you know what I mean? Mr. Vinny getting it done, handling the scoreboard and all the graphics tonight. But we are out of here, 7:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Let's talk some Green Bay Packers. Come hang out in the chat, hammer the chat, be part of the show. Give me stuff to talk about, you know what I mean? And we are out of here. Go Pack, go, and you know what I mean? For the Jaguars, they got the dub.